And we're live. All right, welcome back. This is episode, I think it's 3 of Traveler. Today's episode is called Inheritance. You gentlemen are playing a group of scrappy 18-year-olds, or their species equivalent, who have taken up bounty hunting very recently here in the tundra Arctic city of North Rio on the planet of Edenfall, all of which is a creation not just by myself as the GM, but as the party as a whole, using our new build tools. So this collaborative storytelling event comes with extra in-lore details made by the party members. Really having a good time with that aspect of it too. So you guys keep up the good work. I appreciate the hand-drawn Apartment 5 map from Kizik, the in-depth articles about a skyscraper shopping center that is absolutely ridiculous from Ghost, pizza place from Thodubs, and the parents of the party, not biologically, but sort of metaphorically, and their little shop from Ronan. All of these things have really helped fill in the gaps in ways that would have been difficult for me to all squeeze in before episode 1. So, thanks guys. I think this is turning out really good. I hope you're enjoying helping take part in the world building. So, we're going to do our recap, and I am going to fill in the gap between the end of last episode and the beginning of this episode, just so you know that there's a preface. But let's go ahead and have a what happened last time on in just a sentence or two. It doesn't need to be an in-depth description. Starting with Ronan. Rex, that's you.
Sorry, mute button.
Yeah,
I guess the real question is what didn't happen last time. We finished off our adventure in the, of course my mind blanks on me, in the concert hall thing, and we all lived, surprisingly, and then went and did some minor bounty hunter work looking for some data that we ended up finding and confronting and apprehending a guy who's trying to steal the data and send it off to make some money.
okay.
That's about it.
Ghost, can you add anything to that?
There was a corporate agent also stalking said man that we were bounty hunting for, and well, he tried to get away with, I think, $4 million in credits and some mineral rights documentation. She was really just after the mineral rights and making sure that those got destroyed. I spear tackled her in an airport, and she pulled a gun on me, but I boxcarred, so I lived. It was fun.
You were a super ninja and clutch in that moment. So, Dubs, what can you add to that?
Well, Tubbs' character actually had his first brush with potential death or a life-threatening situation. Good old shotgun in the face. Definitely could, definitely change anybody's idea on life and death. But he did Tubbs. He did actually. Tubbs actually did survive that. Did a pretty cool maneuver and ended up getting busted up pretty bad, but the rest of the friends were there to help take care of him and get that taken care of. So we got healed up a little bit, but still somewhat injured by the time we had our escapades with the bounty hunting, our first bounty hunting excursion. But again, all turned out well.
Excellent. Kizik.
Everybody sounds great. Bradley. Oh, sorry, I gotta mute myself there. Hearing myself on a 2-second delay is very distracting.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, Brelix was interviewed by one of the nicest people he ever talked to, and he let him talk for almost 2.5 hours as he extraordinarily and in great details explained all of the escapades to a reporter, to one of Brelix's favorite reporters.
I'd actually forgotten about that. That guy's name...
Jarvis Frax.
Jarvis Frax. Yay. Good note-taking there, Ghost.
Got it.
That is awesome. That's a really good recap. I want to do one other little round table thing, but I'm going to do it after I give you guys the description of what happened after your events of the last episode. So you guys, you very successfully completed what would have normally been like that starting contract that Griggs gave you was actually not normally his starting contract, but he didn't have a proper starting contract at the time. So he gave you a sort of lucrative one that was a little bit more difficult than normal, just kind of to see if you could do it. And you did. So he immediately started feeding you rapid fire, what he calls bait jobs. They're really small jobs, usually one day was worth of work. So they're like bail jumpers or, a shoplifting ring or some super non-violent domestic issue that just requires a little bit of extra help. And you guys, for the 8 weeks of this study period, have been doing one of those after another, after another, after another, after another. And you've accumulated enough money for each of you to have an extra $2,000 in your pocket, plus 4 more months of rent, if you guys want to have an advance of 4 months of rent available.
Oh, man, yeah. 2,000 extra bucks. Heck yeah.
Per person.
Turn that down.
Per person. So you've been doing very well. Well, that's 8 weeks worth. It's 2 months worth of work where you've literally been busting your asses every single day. And then Griggs comes to you and says, I'm going to give you some slightly better jobs because we're swamped with work right now. And he sends you after a drug dealer. And you guys end up you have this big elaborate plan to grab him when he's away from his posse, coming out of his favorite bar. Your escape vehicle plan is the pizza delivery Bobcat that Tubbs' dad lets him use. And you basically decide to grab him and just shove him in it. And because it's a 2-seater, your plan for the rest of the party is that you're going to ski behind the Bobcat as he rips down the street at 70 miles an hour. This, in your 18-year-old minds, is a fantastic idea.
It's awesome.
What could go wrong?
Until Tubbs can't make a turn. He can't make a turn. You guys can't make a turn. The skiers behind end up getting flung off the side of an overpass. Nobody's seriously injured, but everybody's bruised up and banged up. The Bobcat is just trashed. And the drug dealer is nearly mortally wounded. However, being in the Bobcat with the only person trained in medic that I've seen, like properly trained in medic, he does live. And you guys do collect the bounty, which you then spend the entirety of the proceeds of the bounty taking the Bobcat to Marcus's parents' shop and getting it repaired so that it looks like it was never broken.
That makes perfect sense.
The scene now, you guys are in your apartment. The spool table now has a recessed and almost hidden holographic projector at its center that serves as your TV. And you're all convalescing with various bandages and injuries and they're not severe wounds, but they're uncomfortable. And you're all kind of convalescing and talking about what just happened. Tubbs has literally just gotten back from delivering the bike and hopes that his dad doesn't notice it was gone for an extra couple days. Now, also, hi, Allie. Now, what I wanted to do is, in this moment, as you're convalescing, what TV show in this fictional universe is each of you preferring to watch? And what is the conversation that's happening between you and the other guys as you're watching these shows? We're going to go in reverse order and start with Dodo this time.
Oh man, guys, I am just this is bad. My lower back is just killing me. I sure hope Dad doesn't find out what happened to that. I'm telling you, man, I feel bad that we blew all that money on fixing that, but man, I am so glad we got that taken care of. And this is done and over with. We're just gonna have to think a little better next time. But yeah, I saw this TV show that I thought was kind of interesting. There's this old show that was remade about this guy who time travels, and each time he goes into time, he tries to fix some type of situation in order to leap back to his previous time period, his correct time. And I can't remember the name, Leap something, but that it just looks like this weird old school show that might be kind of interesting.
Ghost.
Actually, I'm more into the show it's got a bunch of Aslans in it. There's like 5 of them. They all live in apartments in the city. It's called Throw, which is Aslan for friends. I enjoy the show a lot, and I don't know how they can afford their apartments on the little incomes that they can manage, but it's a lot like our lives, so I enjoy it. I would watch this. Would you say it was called Molecular Leap? We could watch that. Or time leap?
Yeah, it's just Leap something. I'm really blitzing out on the name here. This is terrible, but I'm gonna look this up on my communicator here on my phone, and I'm gonna try and find out what this is. Man, I need to get a better phone. This thing's all scratched up and crap.
Kizik.
Obviously, we should be watching the news because that's where the relative events are. Plus, I think my friend is on again. We're not friends. He just interviewed me that one time. Does this look like oh no, what is the word for it? Does this look like frostbite to you?
Roll your D100, Kizik.
It is a little dark. Maybe it's just a bruise.
Goodness sake, what color is that? That's not even like, I don't think I've ever seen a color like that before.
Right here. You are good.
Okay.
Your wounds are regenerating. For anyone who was wondering what that was, all Bwops have the ability to regenerate lost limbs and will heal pretty effectively, unless they have a genetic deficiency that's in like 1% of the population. So we just rolled to see if Kizik's character couldn't regrow limbs, and didn't know it until now.
Okay, like a salamander's tail.
Exactly.
I don't
Also,
look at that thing
70.
working.
That
Holy
was
crap.
So close to a 69.
We're 18 after all. Anyway.
Ronan.
Yeah, you guys can keep all the fancy molecular leaping and whatnot. I just want to watch the shows about the wide open spaces and seeing what outside of just New Rio here, like what else is on this planet and like in the stars, and just kind of just calm down and watch the National Geographic version of it, Space National Geographic.
They might have a show out there, something, I don't know, what is it? Afraid and Naked or something like that? I don't know. That sounds like up your alley, right?
I prefer Tony Bourdain, or Bourdain. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, something like that.
14.
Bourdain, yeah, that's it. He's got a good show. It's like No Tickets or something.
As you guys are having that conversation, you hear a knock on the door.
Whoa! What? Hey, man, what's going on? Who's somebody at the door? It sounds like.
Not it. I don't want to have to unscrew the lock.
Hey, was that on the TV or was that actually the door getting knocked?
Go get the door, please.
Go get it.
Okay,
Not it.
I'll go answer the door.
Okay. I heard 2 of you say you were doing it, so who gets there first?
He's faster than me
Yeah,
Okay.
not faster.
this time.
Well played.
Marcus opens the door to see your sponsor, Griggs. He's got a huge gear bag that he's got to use both hands to carry. Marcus.
How are you, sir?
I know this is unusual for me to stop by where you live. talk business, but I've got he is really struggling with this bag. He's like, I've got a big gear bag here to give you guys, and I wanted to talk to you about something special. Can I come in for a minute?
Sure. Hey guys, Griggs is here and he's got stuff.
You help him with the bag?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I quickly try to clean up.
Yeah, so you guys are scrambling because your boss is here.
Yeah, exactly.
He walks in, there's pizza everywhere. Some of it has stuff growing on it. No, your girlfriend wouldn't let you get away with that. Chitara would have been like, would have stopped it before that point. But there's still going to be boxes laying around. So yeah,
she hates the trench coat and hat. By the way, she really hates it when I'm wearing that. But I'm doing it now because it's awesome looking.
She sends you like style ideas of how you can be protected and fashionable, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah, it's not the point, Chitara.
It's funny as shit. I love that. So he points to the big table and he's like, if you could put the bag on the table. I have, first off, how's everybody doing? Nobody's seriously injured, right? I saw you completed the contract. Congratulations.
Yes,
No.
sir.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Just bumps and bruises, but hey, we're ready for action.
Licking our wounds.
I at your request transmitted that that you're part of the payment, minus my 15% holdback, obviously, to Marcus's parents. I hope that was enough to cover the Bobcat incident. But if it makes you guys feel any better, the whole town's talking about it, and you guys have gained a little bit of reputation. It's it kind of works in your favor. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. And he starts unzipping the gear bag that's been placed on the table. And he doesn't take anything out of it. He just unzips it. He's like, I have some additional gear that you might find useful. And I have an additional bounty that I'd like to give you. I know normally I wait for you to come around and talk to me, but the situation is one of our hunters is no longer available. And I have a job that came in for him that I would like you guys to consider taking care of. Normally I just throw you a contract and say fulfill it, but I'm going to give you a little bit of choice on this one because it is going to be a little bit of a long-term endeavor, I think. And it's going to be more difficult than what you're used to doing. However, the pay is appropriately higher. You guys can feel free to start pulling stuff out of that bag if you want.
Yeah, some heavy gear, man. We got some handcuffs, some pepper spray. That's an infrared light with some infrared goggles. This, that's a Void Star tactical vest. That's real nice. And it comes with like these two stun sticks. It's great. Oh man, this is an expendable shield. Oh wow, that's awesome. Oh, and the blade. And there's some more armor sets in here. There's some gloves. Oh no, that's a rocket pack. Holy shit! What have you got us into?
So as you pull that out, you're going to notice it's all secondhand gear. You're also going to notice that on several parts of it, it says Danny Danger Duster is written, like the owner of the stuff, on pretty much all of this gear. Anyone who has Streetwise can roll me a Streetwise to see if you recognize that name.
Oh, that's me. Try that. I get a +2 to this roll, and I rolled a 7, so that's a 9.
Excellent. You recognize Danny Danger Duster is the Evil Knievel bounty hunter of Urban Bounty. He is famous for nabbing marks in transit, like in a car or a plane or a train. Like because he argues that that's where they're most vulnerable. There are lots of rumors that he ran off with a pirate queen and hasn't been seen in months.
You said Dangerous is middle name?
Dangerous is middle name.
That is a cool name.
and this is like monogrammed. It's just got his name like on the tags.
Some of it's more official than others. Like some of it's got it written on the tags. Some of it, like the glove, is very nicely put together. The stun glove. And then like the shield and maybe one of the stun sticks is really nice, and the other one's just a beat up backup. But
Okay,
it's pretty easy to tell that this was somebody else's gear.
Well, this is awesome, Griggs. What can you tell us about the bounty itself?
I can tell you a lot. First off here. Colonel Alonzo Russo. 100,000 credits if you can bring him in alive. That would set you guys up for a while at your current level of thing. The Aurelia Islands, another city-state here on Edenfall. They are led by a democratically elected royal family. And Colonel Russo was part of a rebellion against that royal family. He tried to initiate his coup. He was one of several people that were trying to initiate it, but he was the last one that was free. And in desperation, he raided the Aurelian Central Hospital, seizing the patients as human shields. And he loaded biological samples into artillery shells that he then fired into Aurelia's slums, killing thousands. His forces made a last stand in the hospital, and that caused collateral damage. It was quite a mess. And in the end of the day, while most of his forces were apprehended, scattered, disbanded, he got away. Nobody knows how or where he ended up. He's highly intelligent. He's a ruthless tactician. He's an expert at guerrilla warfare. His history of being able to pull off indirect engagements, ambushes, traps, and complicated proxy schemes that, as far as military tactics go, are pretty famous. He also has been known to use psychological warfare to give himself an edge, all of which served him well when he had command of a military unit. Now he's on the run. But he hasn't lost all his political ambition. You see, like every other city-state here on Edenfall, there's going to be a federal election in 1 year. A little bit more than a year, actually. And even though he's a war criminal on the Aurelian Islands, he has started a underground political campaign to try to sway the Aurelian Islands to vote out the current royal family and put him in power. So suddenly it's become a priority of the royal government of Aurelia to bring him in. I was going to give this bounty to Danny Duster. He has a history of being able to perform such things. However, he is unavailable to perform said bounty. And I am short. I have far more bounties than I have bounty hunters. The other reason that I'm giving this to you guys, just to be completely honest about it, is the more experienced bounty hunters don't think that he's here in North Rio. And they don't want to waste their time looking for someone who isn't here. Because obviously, if they don't take him in alive, they can't get the bounty. There are, I will say, incentives to bring in high-ranking subordinates of his, or to bring intelligence that could lead to his capture, but that's chump change compared to what the bounty's worth. With that said, that chump change is still probably twice as much as any one of the bounties you've done so far. So, here's the deal on the bounty. There are some minions that have worked for the Colonel here in North Rio. They are up to something. I don't know what the specifics are, but they're the only lead that I have. And this bounty could end up being the big breaking point for you guys as a group. If you end up having to leave North Rio to pursue parts of the investigation of the bounty, I might be able to offer transportation through an associate of mine. But I think you should start here if you want to pursue this. Mainly because these mercenaries will be very well armed, and despite this new gear, outside the streets of North Rio, there are no weapons laws keeping your opponents from having machine guns. He looks nervously around the room. Not nervous. It's Griggs. He's not nervous. He's more like chewing on a cigar, inquisitively gauging your responses.
You have a name for one of these minion mercs that Russo has here in North Rio?
He pulls out a data pad and says, I have some known associate information, but not specific names. The mercenaries that are doing the work for him in North Rio are known as the Greyjacks. They've been known to be muscles and bodyguards for various operations in the past for Russo. They're not from North Rio, so they kind of stand out.
I see. Okay.
Brelix looks up. He had been typing feverishly into his data pad, trying to get all of the notes that he was saying. And he starts with, I was very excited when you were speaking of all of the money we could potentially get. And then you said machine guns. But that is a lot of money. And like you said, it's probably going to break our reputation into the stratosphere, just thinking of catching a guy who's wanted for, and then he reads his notes and looks down and says, it says war crimes? Oh, hey, that is, we need to stop him. This is I'm just one of the votes in here, but I think oh, is that a drone?
Griggs chuckles a little bit as you go through that speech, and he's like, if you're looking for moral incentive, he clicks a few buttons and the table holographic projector starts displaying images and videos of the slums that were hit by the plagues and such that were released through the artillery. And they've got pretty graphic video of like people with boils on their skins that are like, it's black blood oozing out and stuff. Like, it's virulent, horrible looking stuff. And we're also talking civilians, so elderly, children, non-combatants. People who would look very much like the people you know as your neighbors and friends and family.
That building looks just like ours. Are you kidding me? My vote is now doubled. I don't know how that works, but
I'm all for it. I mean, I didn't even think we'd need to vote. Yeah. I kind of want to cosplay as Mr. Danger here. Because we've got all Danny Duster stuff. And if Danny Duster shows up with
that won't happen.
You guys. Okay. I don't look anything like him.
Griggs just he looks a little miffed about how like awestruck Hylar is about Danny Duster. It's nothing that your character would like understand why, but he's not like every time you guys are like hero worshipping Danny Duster, but you would be.
Gotcha. Yeah. He's got a comic book out. I don't know if you knew that, but it's like a fan fiction. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, I am all in. This is definitely we should definitely be doing this. I think it's a great idea. I think this is our big break here in my mind.
You guys getting cool with being shot at with machine guns and stuff, though? I mean,
I don't know about that. I didn't particularly like that shotgun that was in my face, so I'm gonna try and avoid those types of situations the best that I can. But
well,
well,
Griggs is gonna say, I don't want you guys getting shot at with machine guns. If you guys take the opportunity, if you guys find yourself in the situation where you think you're going to be outside of the city going to that level, he pulls out his data pad and transmits each of you a file. And on that file is a urban bounty weapons permit that will allow you to carry what are considered to be level 1 restricted weapons. We're talking like handguns and shotguns style stuff here. But that's not the part that's valuable. The part that's valuable says that you are entitled to basically check out at the edge of the city any weapon. So if you find yourself in possession of, say, a machine gun, you can go to a checkpoint at the edge of the city and check it into a locker. And legally, you are covered because you didn't bring it in the city.
Well, that's definitely helpful. That's nice.
But he looks very concerned. Griggs is like, I want you to know I'm doing this because, the first priority, and he has like a finger wagging thing. Like, your first priority is each of you has to come home. You understand? These are very dangerous people. Your first priority is to come home. However, you should avoid killing if you can. I understand how contradictory this statement sounds. Second priority is avoid killing. First priority is come home. We're all on the same page?
Understood.
Yep, clear as crystal.
Same.
I have so many questions. I don't believe, and then everybody's kind of looking at me. The priority is to come home. I can accept that.
This rocket pack is so cool. I don't even know if I could use it.
I was wondering which player was going to kill themselves with that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's definitely the cat. A cat with a rocket pack. Oh, man.
Well, but you're always going to land on your feet, right? So I think you'd be all right.
Yes, and Aslan always lands on his feet.
All right, gentlemen.
Cats?
Thank you, Griggs.
I don't have
we
much
will get
additional,
started on this.
Thanks. I don't have much additional information, but if you need further resources or if you end up having to travel outside the city, please give me a call. I have 2 associates from the royal government of Aurelia in the town in North Rio who have been liaisons for me. But I don't know that they're going to be able to give you any more information than I did. But if you wish to interview them, let me know and I'll arrange it.
How much notice would you need in order to arrange those types of interviews?
It would be nice to give them a day, but if it's an emergency, I'll just patch a phone call.
I just want to make sure that we just, again, need to be respectful. I get it.
Well, they're not high ranking. They're two of the mercenary pilots that helped secure the hospital, and because there was collateral damage, many of the military officers from the engagement have been given foreign assignments until the media coverage dies down.
Understood.
Anyway, good luck, gentlemen. And he lights a cigar and walks out the room.
Man, that guy smokes a lot, doesn't he? But look at all these toys. Look, this is awesome. This is like Christmas.
Not toys. These might save our lives. But yes, I'm all for that. Oh, man. Hey, somebody hold still. I want to stun stick you. I just can't.
I'm gonna snag that stun fist thing there. That just seems like my thing, so I'm gonna do that. But we got some cuffs too. This is good, man. Jackets and I don't know. This is some good stuff here.
Totally grabbing the goggles and putting them on.
Oh, those fit you. Wow.
Man, that looks good. Dude, those goggles were made for you, man. Those are great.
Does this guy make any noise? I am now looking up how do I use this drone, all tutorials that I can have and possibly, and I'm just reading them fervently.
It's basically a modified toy. So the flying of the drone, it's a toy. It's modified that makes it not a toy. So on the back, where it used to shoot little Nerf darts out of its tail, it's got an antenna. And the antenna is a short-term relay that simply allows you to put a low bandwidth connection into a wireless network. So think of it as a range extender for a network. You fly it into a network you want to hack into, perch it on a wall, and it relays the network connection outside of what they think their perimeter is. So you can sit safely in a van a couple blocks away.
How big is this thing?
It is the size of the palm of your hand.
That is awesome.
It has a very limited battery life. Let me find. Well, did I close my notepad? I closed my notepad. No, hold on. Derpader. A good GM. Okay. It has a 1 hour range or 1 hour time where it can work at up to half a kilometer. And that in the city, that's like a huge distance. That's also not through, like, it's not going to be a full half a kilometer. It's going to be more like a quarter, because every time you go through a wall, it's going to reduce.
But building interference and stuff from the city.
Yeah. But also, if there's a wall between you and your opponent, it's probably already done its job. It does not have audio-visual capabilities. It's very important for you to. It's not a spy drone.
I like how it's a toy. It's like totally just, somebody would just look at this if they did see it and think, some kids in the neighborhood.
That is very much part of its appeal. That and the fact that it's very cheaply built. This dart gun comes with a steel case. It's got 10 stinger, like shocker, and those are not stun. They are shocker. They're like getting stung by a bee over and over again as they electrocute you. It's got 10 trackers that work to a little handheld like phone piece. And then it can shoot standard darts, of which you can probably just make as many as you want. They do 2D -2. They are silent. Not a very effective weapon, but could be used as a weapon if necessary. You get the impression from the case and everything it is that it was used as a utility weapon thing. The shock and the trackers were probably used to track targets or disable things at long range.
Is anybody interested in the expandable shield and the flak jacket?
Totally interested in the shield, but I feel
I'm
like
interested in the flak jacket too, but I want to make sure we're kind of whoever needs it the most would probably get it type thing.
The expandable shield, it is important to know, it uses morphable materials and expands on voice or electronic command to become any size from a to a boarding shield. It can give you +8 protection as cover, but it's still lightweight enough to not be considered bulky.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But I guess we kind of need to fill our roles out of what each of us are going to do, because it's cool, but only one of us can get it. So
I have an image in my head of having the sword and the shield as a Aslan. That's it is all up for grabs. I'm not taking anything, buddy. I would like one of these stun sticks if I can't. Yeah, anybody else can take anything. Oh, and some handcuffs because those are cool.
Well, I always say that you are the catcher. Marcus is also a catcher. I'm the finder, and Tubbs is the getaway guy. So I want the catchers to have as much things as they can possibly have. I'm not going to try to take a shield.
I think the shield goes over to Halyar. I'm a sneaky guy. Like, I'm our only sneaky guy. And big, giant, it's not big and giant, but it can be big and giant. I feel like I do my best to stay incognito and go do sneaky things. And shields and flak armor don't sneaky very well.
I kind of in some ways see those as being a character that is going to be the, kind of the tank of the group, the one who's going to be kind of be able to take on the most amount of damage and keep going forward, I guess.
I already have the trench coat, which provides +6 protection. Sorry to be above the table, but if you want the flak jacket, I will take the shield, and we can move on with this. Because then it's more even. Tubbs, if you want that flak jacket. You had expressed interest.
Yeah, I have no mind taking it. I have no problem taking it. I know that it does, it's more of a heavy outfit, but I don't know if there's anybody else on tier that's interested in grabbing something that has the extra, the DM -1 on it and can take the strength.
It's really important to understand that you need to read all the descriptions of this equipment. And Ghost has already done the right thing by looking up in the Central Supply catalog the expandable shield, which is one of them that I didn't give stuff for. But that's basically because the expandable shield is badass.
Oh, yeah. It's, yes.
Yeah, it sits on your forearm like a buckler most of the time until you say like something like "switch it," and then it just expands out, which is super cool.
The reason I'm pointing it out, though, Dubs, is I really want you to understand that this black shell comes with a negative DM on all checks that involve physical activity.
Nope. Yeah, that's why I don't mind, it's having it in the group. I don't know if it's something that I would particularly be wearing based off the idea that I do need to have the physical movement if I'm quote unquote the getaway guy, along with being mobile and dexterous. I would probably, I may have some issues with that. I already do have a flashlight, so I'm good on the flashlight. So if anybody needs that, to go for it.
Also,
I should go with the
I
goggles.
also read the description on the flashlight.
Yeah, that needs to go with the goggles.
Don't just look at it and say, I know what a flashlight is. Don't do that. Or pepper spray, for that matter.
I understand it's an infrared flashlight and it's rechargeable, and I get it. But yeah, I would think that goes probably with the goggles.
There's no probably. I'm the only one that will be able to see whatever it's illuminating.
Really like the idea of the rocket pack too. If no one else is dumb enough, I will totally wear that.
When it comes to hand weapons, there, if Relexin, you want one of those because you don't have one, just as a backup weapon, you should probably get one because I think Halyar and I already have weapons.
Well, the first time we went shopping, I got a spike for my tail, so I have a tail spike, and I had my eyes on the pepper spray. I'm going to hit myself as well as everybody else, but if I am in a van and somebody comes in and I shoot them with the pepper spray, like both of us are hurting, and you will hear over comms, "Oh my goodness, the pepper spray's in the van," and maybe I get some kind of sealed environment so I can save myself in the van.
You're a 0 check for that pepper spray. You're not.
Yeah, that pepper spray's got some interesting stuff on the bottom of it there.
It's a dex check. It's not a gun comp.
Correct. And I do have the dex, so that is good for me.
Well,
Getaway guy.
Getaway guy gets the stun. I'll get a stun stick.
So I'll take the pepper spray if no one else is interested.
All yours.
Copy.
Halyard rocket packs, all yours.
Oh man, I'm gonna kill myself with this thing.
I guess I'll take the blade.
I feel like I made out like a bandit here.
There's one set of handcuffs and a very unloved flak shell. The flak shell is kind of like that steel breastplate in the D&D party. You're like,
Just a lot of jacket.
it's a lot of jacket, yeah. It's also impossible not, like, when you're wearing a flak jacket or a flak shell, it's impossible for people not to know that you're wearing armor. Because it's that kind of bulky thing that kind of like you put it on over your outfit.
Well, if nobody else wants it, I'll take it. It doesn't mean I have to use it for everything.
It's true. You guys
agree.
You guys have rooms?
You can put it in the closet.
Very interested to see how this divvied up.
One set of cuffs left. Anybody? Any takers?
Who's got the other set?
I have one. I feel like I could probably chase somebody down and then, handcuff them.
I don't see myself as having a need, but it's all you guys. So if anybody else,
Take free stuff.
Right. All right. I took the gear bag too, unless anybody needs the bag. But I've got some stuff now.
So since you ended up with the stun stick ghost, I had this image in my mind of Hylar trying to turn the hilt of his blade into the stun stick so the prong stuck out the bottom. And he could either stun with the, like, by hilt bashing, or he could use the lethal blade. It's completely up to you.
Will that take some time to put together?
It will.
Because I know a mechanic. Okay, cool. Well, that's a plan, but not for right now. Right now, we need to investigate some terrorist activity.
Just war crimes.
Sure. Tomato, tomato, right?
yeah, for real.
And I think war crimes are very specifically defined as not just things to instill terror. Although he did terrorize a city very similar
In this
to
particular case, it's firing artillery into slums versus blowing bombs up, but, it's kind of the same end result, right?
Exactly. Do we want to try to catch one of those Greyjack guys, or do we want to go talk to a royal government official from Aurelia?
Like Rick said, that could take a day to set up. If we want to go ahead and put that in, I think we could do some investigation in the meantime instead of spinning some wheels,
Definitely. We don't want to spend wheels.
Then the Greyjack guys. And go ahead and we'll drop a line to Griggs to maybe facilitate the meeting with the two liaisons.
That sounds like a great idea.
Cool. And they're pilots, It'd be cool to talk to some pilots.
And guys, a side note: do we have anything else to eat in this house besides this pizza? Oh, it's everywhere.
I have some old sushi, but it's a couple days. It's been in the fridge.
This pizza. Ugh.
His girlfriend has 2 rows of just vegetables.
She said she wasn't going to bring her groceries over, and then she just left these things in here. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you want any of those, I think
I don't know. If it's vegetables, I might eat the crap pizza over vegetables. I don't know if I'm into that, but I'm definitely going to pick off that pineapple stuff.
It's cone apple.
Yep, cone apple. I'm going to definitely rip that stuff off.
I think we should start with the Greyjack thing.
I mean, it's the only thing that he said that was in North Rio that, yeah.
Yep. Do we have an idea of? I guess they stand out, but do we have an idea of where they hang out at and out here in North Rio? Or
I would take some investigating. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, we said we stand out, or that they stand out, so we can go investigate. Let's see if we can find this group.
any ideas where to start? I mean, I don't know. Do they wear a certain type of jacket or have a certain type of hairstyle, or like, I don't know.
Well, they're mercs, but they've probably been to Aurelia. Well, they've definitely been to Aurelia before, so we can start with, well, if they're Aurelia, that helps, right? It kind of narrows it down.
If they're mercs, like just like us, then they have some amount of a reputation and some amount of way to get a hold of them and whatnot. So they should have some footprint that we can look up and at least get an idea of where they may hang out, or like answer the questions of what they might look like if they have a certain uniform style or anything like that.
Maybe we could do with an internet search of some kind, maybe to maybe give us more details on that. I'm sure that, might be able to locate them that way, maybe, or get us in a good start.
Oh, right. So I can look up on the internet the Greyjacks Mercenary Company, and I'm going to also search for perhaps a Mercs bars. Where do Mercs hang out? Mercs hang out at bars. That's obviously where they would be hanging out.
Okay. Just so you know, using the internet as intended for this kind of purpose is going to end up being a investigate, or in some cases, admin check. Like if you're looking government records, it's going to be admin. If you're looking for, I want to know what bar they hang out with because I'm looking on social media, it's going to be an investigate or a carouse check, that kind of thing. Because it doesn't require special superpowers to Google. I know, I just broke every admin in the room.
I'm going to see how they do, but then I'll try a streetwise if it doesn't go well. I'm going to try my street contacts, maybe.
Okay. It's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I'm looking through government records for the Greyjack Mercenary Company, seeing where they filed their taxes, who the owner of the LLC is. Admin. Rolled an 8 + 1 + 1 for a 10.
All right. The Greyjacks are actually, as an organization, active in a surprising number of cities. You very quickly find that most of those that are in this city, which are not very many, are under the security contract for the Aurelian Redevelopment Initiative. It's a non-profit charity based out of the lower slums of North Rio.
So after 10 minutes of typing, Relix looks up and he goes, okay, all right, gentlemen. And it says the Greyjacks are in, and then he lists every single city that they're active in and looks up again and goes, okay, and there aren't that many in this current, in North Rio, but the ones that are there are in the lower slums, and they work under the security contract for the Aurelian. That's interesting. Then he clicks some more stuff on his computer. Pleased with himself.
It's going to be the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. You're trying to note take there.
Yes. He says, Brelixon looks back up and goes, sorry. Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. That's the contract, and they're working security for. And Aurelia is the island that the guy attacked.
Well, he's also running for politics there, too. I mean, he wants to... I guess that's where his home base is. He wants to be there. So, yeah, he would be revitalizing Aurelia, too. Yes, he attacked it, but that's his ultimate goal, is to be back there.
Oh, the double entendre, I understand it now. He's revitalizing it against the current ruling company so that he can run and perhaps win.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So where do you think they would hang out and drink, Mr. Hylar?
It's the roughest bar in the lower slums. Sorry.
I feel like North Rio is so big that that would be a difficult question to ask, and probably is dependent on who you are. Like, there's probably some bars that Aslan don't go into, some bars that humans don't go into, so on and so forth.
Well, how big are the slums? That's what's kind of like. I mean, is the slums like huge, or is it like a certain corner of the city, or?
No, the city is more vertical than it is wide, and pretty much from the ice bed. Well, from the ice bed up to the slums is industrial machinery, and then there's a layer of slums like the mayonnaise on your sandwich before you get to whatever the next layer is, which is like the transit layer, and then you start getting into the livable sections of the city. So basically, it's the whole city. It's a layer of it.
It's layered out like onions.
Yeah, it's. I thought of it more as a sandwich or a cake, but yes.
Yeah, Bralex, do we know anything, or can you find anything on what the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative does, who they're connected to? We know these guys are providing security for them, but do we know if they're part of the of potential, if they have connections to Colonel Russo?
That sounds great. However, I think we just skipped over Ghost trying to do something.
Oh, sorry.
I was thinking about bars and things like that in the slums. I asked about a rough one, but there's probably one really well known for mercenaries. Did Brillix find an address for the charity?
Yes, he would have found an address. As a matter of fact, they would have he didn't specify this, but I'll give it to him because it's just going to be another successful roll. He didn't actually investigate the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. You guys just speculated on what it meant and moved on. You guys didn't go to its website.
Right.
So,
Brillix, I need an address so I can think of bars in the area. Can you go ahead and take a look at that? And I'll try to think of the closest bar, or maybe even a hangout spot. There's probably a club, maybe.
You're going to get an address and a webpage at a minimum, but go ahead and roll it, and I'll see just how good your information is. Because even though it's a charity and a nonprofit, it's still got to file tax paperwork.
Rolled an 11 plus 1 for a 13.
Turns out when you guys did that mission for the government bureau, they forgot to revoke your internal access to like the government tax system. So you're looking at it like you're a tax auditor.
That's awesome.
So what do you want to know?
First, I want to know an address so that I can think about bars that are there. And then I want to look to see who's funding them. Can I find a tie between who's funding them to the Colonel Alonzo Russo?
Okay, so you rolled really well, so I'll give you all the information the tax system would have. Anonymous donations in cash make up the majority of the funding for the organization. Sorry, my epidemic sound is failing me hardcore today. The second question, address, you absolutely have. There's a building in the slums that's it's like a micro warehouse that has been converted into their headquarters. They do have a website, and when you open up their website, I didn't ask this information, but I'll give it to you. It tells you what they're all about. The Aurelian Revitalization Initiative wants to move good, hardworking people to Aurelian. It wants to help uplift good, hardworking people and put them on the tropical island paradise of the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative's political party. It offers free transit services for anyone who's looking to immigrate from North Rio's slums to the island of Aurelian. And all they ask in return is that you help support the initiative by voting for the party in the next election.
Relix is like sharing screens with people, muttering to himself, "Oh, it looks like they are trying to... Is this legal? It's got to be legal." Just encouraging people to move to a city to then get a bigger population vote. That's actually relatively intelligent.
They're a 501c charity. That's nuts.
Relix look at you with like shining eyes and is very excited.
As of where Marcus is almost illiterate and you're putting it up on the screen like he's going to understand any of that.
Nope.
All right. I think there's a strip club in that slum area. It's a pretty cool place. I've been there before, and it's kind of themed like tropical paradise. Shit, I got a 8 on that roll. I don't know if there's mercs that kind of hang out in there, but if you guys want to go to a strip club, that'd be fun.
Relix does not quite understand the appeal of nudity.
Well, you see, they dance, and never mind. I tried to explain this to you before, and I've got a girlfriend now anyway, so maybe a strip club's not the greatest place. But we could find some mercenaries in there. Maybe the Greyjacks, too. Definitely somebody with some information. Girls like to talk if you give them some cash.
The location in North Rio that is in the slums that we are talking about is known as the Old Docks or Old Dockside. And it's because there is an old transit train system that is no longer being used that used to move cargo in and out of this area. So it's like a defunct warehouse district.
All right. Do we have a plan on what we're gonna do? We're just gonna roll into whatever bar, strip club, etc., that we find, and
Start asking questions, do some investigation. I think that might be the best way to go. We could at least just go down there and maybe scope it out. Split up, take a look around, get back to each other. Let we just need to go put feet on the ground.
Question. With this being a bar/strip club and us being around the age of 18, are we able to get entrance in this type of environment, or I'm just curious?
If you're cool, man.
Are you asking the Streetwise guy or the group attorney?
Oh, it's a streetwise guy. Well, I don't know, not attorney. I know what attorney will tell me.
Do you?
I really actually don't. I guess I'm kind of wondering for the environment for the planet we're on, age limits for individuals and things like that, and what's, yeah, that's true. What's legal. So yeah, I'm asking both. I know the streetwise will probably sit there and say, yeah, if you're cool enough, go for it. But yeah, the attorney part, I'm kind of curious about.
Kizik, you want to give me your first advocate check?
Let's see where the drinking laws are. That's a 10 plus 1 plus 1 for a 12.
Okay. The age of 18 or equivalent species is simply the age of consent. Basically, you can drink, you can partake, and you're a legal adult. There are some things, mostly weapons related, that are restricted to a slightly older age, but even then it seems to be species specific. And the laws get super complicated, which the BWOP would probably go on for 30 minutes until everyone had walked away. But the short answer is you're adults, and therefore you can enter this establishment legally, and you can partake in alcohol legally.
Okay, thank you.
But only if you're cool, man.
Well, without saying.
So the streetwise side would probably add, like, hey man, it's a strip club. So if you are uncool, you will be extremely removed from the.
Do not put duct tape on the bottom of your shoes to pick up the cash on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not cool. That being said, I'm going to bring like 200 credits if we're going to the strip club. That will help us gain information.
In $1 bills or 1 credit bills.
Yes.
Brelix has heard that you're supposed to bring, or Brelix is now doing research on proper etiquette in strip clubs.
This place is called the White Rabbit, and they've got bunny bucks, so you could go in and trade real money for bunny bucks, and then buy food and stuff with it.
That is such a scam. I love it. This place is now that officially exists.
So I spent all my bunny bucks last time I was there, but have you ever been to like what is it, Cheddar Cheese's? That pizza place arcade? It's kind of like the same thing. You take tickets. You can give them anyway. Trade them in for like lollipops and stuff.
There's an arcade at the White Rabbit.
It's a not with so many buttons. Brelix, you'll love it. It's okay.
Okay. I need how many $1 bills?
Let's start you out with 50 to $100.
75 $1 bills. Got it.
Sure, and you should leave your access to digital money at home.
No cell phones?
Let's just make sure you can lock them up, so that maybe like put a different password on your EXO account.
Log out of all of my browsers.
Mm-hmm,
Make sure that I'm in incognito mode, so they have to two-factor authenticate. That is a highly intelligent plan.
That's a really good idea. I actually need to turn my share my location off, and then oh no, she's gonna call me. We gotta go. Let's go now. You know what? I'm gonna leave my phone at home. How about that? This is not coming back on me, guys. We're doing an investigation.
It's for the bounty. This is correct.
Yeah, it's for our jobs.
Yeah, it's work related, right?
That's right. Oh, we could get a tax break.
All right, keep your receipts if they give them to you.
No, we should demand receipts.
Every paper in there is going to be sticky and covered with glitter. So just remember, we're there to work.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Well, let's take an Uber over to the warehouse district, the old dockside, and then we could. Oh yeah, check it out. That's cool, Matt.
I'm going to be using this one for a few different areas in the slums of North Rio, but for now, this map is the dockside district, and I'm imagining that this is the most likely candidate for the White Rabbit.
Excellent. Can you see how close of a Cybertruck that is? Like, that is really close.
Oh dear.
Considering
That's
I think this map came out before Cybertrucks were a thing.
Yeah.
This guy saw the future.
Right?
Man.
I'm impressed.
Anyone interested? That's this guy. Makes pretty good maps. I'm just using them as background flavor. We're not gonna. I'm not using grids on any of this. This is literally just a picture for us to notionally work with. And like I said, we'll be using it for a lot of different districts, so sights and sounds will change. For example, that looks like sand, but it's actually snow and ice.
So our driverless Uber gets us here, and we can get out. And then I'd imagine that the parking lot does have motorcycles and stuff in it, or they'd be ski. Wait, what are they?
Yeah, I mean,
Sleds?
it could have. So there could be full blown G bikes here, and there could be, all sorts of modified tracked vehicles. So they started life as a car, and someone put tracks on them. Those are the cheap versions. In the slums, you're gonna have a lot of those. But as far as the motorcycle part goes, you're gonna mostly have G vehicles because they're gonna need the fancier windscreens. Otherwise, they'll freeze. Unless you're a cryomorph, in which case you can deal with lower temperatures.
Do any of these vehicles look more expensive than the surrounding area would deserve?
Give me a luck roll.
Oh, that's a D100. Let me do that. Oh, no, it's not.
It's
I
not.
have a luck score.
You have a luck score now.
I do. That's a DM1. Here we go. Oh, that's 6.
Yes, there are 2 bikes that look more expensive, but they are definitely of local manufacture. You've been in this place before. You know that sometimes people who live in the higher parts of the city like to slum it down here. Unintended.
All right, look out for some big spenders in there, fellas.
They'll be trying to take every girl home.
Right. Is there a bouncer at the door?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him. Me and my buddies here. We want to go inside.
Cover charge 15 credits.
A piece or as a group?
He raises an eyebrow.
All right. I'll pay my 15.
Fine. Here you go.
All right, you guys go through. You got your super sci-fi stamp. It's probably the cleanest establishment in this block, like by a significant margin. Which is not to say this is a clean space. So just imagine in your head purples, pinks, and velvet in place. Well, it used to be velvet all over the place. There's a bar in the back of the main room, and there are 2 rather attractive looking women slinging out drinks. There's at least 4 bouncers you can see, and the normal ruffian types that you would expect to see down here. Then there's a walkway that comes down the middle, slightly elevated with like brass banisters on the outside, so you know where you're not supposed to cross. And in the far corner, there's a set of curtained booths, and you can see a very well-dressed gentleman who kind of stands out with a girl on each arm trying to squeeze into one in the end. Everybody give me perception checks. You've walked through the main entrance. There's something you might have seen.
Snake eyes.
Tubbs did not see it. He's never been in an establishment like this before, and he suddenly has to concentrate very hard on controlling his anatomy.
It's very difficult to blink in here.
Brelix rolled a 9.
That so tracks. What about the other 2?
I got a 7.
You didn't see it? And Marcus?
No.
Okay. So the only person who saw it, this so tracks, is Brelix. You know, you might not know. When you go into one of these establishments, there's often like a hallway leading to the main room from the main entrance, like where you will check coats or things in fancier versions. In this version, it's probably more like a weapons check. We have to
ATM in there.
Well, before you get to the ATMs, but yes, like actually they might be in that hallway, just lining the hallway. It is ATMs for your what bunny bucks. I wrote it down thing now. And on the other wall will just be taped every band looking for work, every flyer you can possibly imagine has been just taped, tacked, or otherwise put on this other wall. Relics, you're going to catch one for the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative, and it's going to have that little thing on the bottom where you can pull a tab out, get like a contact number.
Oh, I'm going to pull one of those.
Right. You have a contact number for the Aurelian Revitalization Initiative. And it's basically just kind of poster, kind of a mimic of the website where it's, would you like to move to a tropical island for free? It frees all in bold letters.
And then I'm going to shuffle in following everybody else.
I probably could look up a sound that would work for that on Epidemic, but it's been so badly behaved today, I'm not going to.
We can provide our own. So the floors are sticky. So are the girls. We should get a booth.
Man, thank goodness it's dark in here, man. I don't even want to see I don't even want to know what's on the floor. This is,
It's mostly just spilled like drinks and stuff. Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah. What's that smell? Oh, gosh.
The chicken wings. Let's get a booth. Come on.
I'm following you.
I'll take some of them wings. Those are, we got to have some wings.
No sooner have you guys slid into the booth, as a scantily clad cryomorph woman rolls up and is like, would you fellas like a private show?
Probably not all of us together. We're just sitting down. We're gonna drinks first.
I'm just sitting there slightly drooling down the side of my face, just wide-eyed.
She gives Tubbs a little wink. You don't know what you're missing, honey. And she walks off.
If you want to go get you can get a dance. Go on, Tubbs.
I don't know. What do you do? How's this? I don't know how this even works.
Do not slide your credit chit through her crack.
That comes at the end. Just go be polite and tell her that you have no idea what you're doing, and you'll probably get 2 dances.
And I've got an order of wings coming. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna wait for these wings.
All right.
You touched the terminal to order the wings, like with your bare fingers. You know the answer is yes.
I did.
Your fingers are sticky.
Yeah, I just trying to look for something to wipe it off on.
Alexa's shirt.
No. That is not there for. There are napkins. There are not napkins.
There are not napkins.
Wow.
Please don't touch me. I did find a clue as I was walking into here. I found a flyer that said the Aurelian Revitalization Contact, and it said "Poll here for more information." And I've got a thing that I can call. I don't think we should call them from here, though. Oh, but that means that we're in the right spot. Do you think that cryomorph girl was Grey Jack?
Give him eyebrows if you want to investigate that, Relics. I didn't know you were into cryomorphs, though.
I mean, she has information, and I believe the protocol here is to give them money. They take off clothes, and are we allowed to ask them questions, or do we just sit quietly?
Yeah, you can have polite conversation. You know, where are you from? Who's your daddy?
Good. Establishing a family line is probably very beneficial.
You're already thinking about family, man. So, look, I just had an idea, though. Why don't we call these guys and say that we're going to sign up? And then meet with one of them. They'll probably bring their contracted security with them. And then we ambush them and ask questions.
Yeah, like we're looking to join up or looking for work or yeah.
It's probably a bad idea, but it is an idea.
I mean, that would get us potentially a ride out to Aurelia. Could we? Oh, I don't know. That's kind of against the laws to use false credentials. But we're attempting to pursue a contract who is terrible, and I believe that we can make an exception and present false credentials to them, so we can. That potentially is a plan.
I said we just we're not telling them the full truth, right? I mean, we're just not telling them everything.
Correct. We give them false credentials to say we are trying to leave, and we don't say that our names are Brelix and Marcus and Tubbs and Hylar. Because we're pursuing a bounty, and we need information that's on the Aurelian Islands.
Well, yeah, we definitely do not want to tell them we're pursuing a bounty. I just want to make sure we know that.
We might not want to have everybody say they are looking into going.
Yeah, we want to keep this subtle. We get Tubbs here to go get a private dance, and all you need to do is enjoy yourself and remember to ask if she's seen any Greyjacks.
A server droid drops off a plate of pretty good-looking wings on the table. It's also a very generous portion for the 5 credits you paid.
Look at those wings! Oh gosh, yeah. I need to. Excuse me, droid. Please come back.
It just beep boops.
I need napkins or wet naps or something. My fingers are really sticky. This is where are those at?
You want wet napkins?
Yeah, it's something that is not like wet sitting on a table, but something I can like open and be sterile.
I think they have them here.
The droid has beep booped away. It's not a conversational. It's a rolling tray.
Gosh, the droids. They have like a service call button here or something.
Yeah, it's right there. You gotta hit it with already your sticky fingers.
Oh gosh, okay. Well, I just hit this button again. Here we go.
Okay, you
I use the same finger.
So it has a help menu. Have you ever tried to put in a ticket with like Dell? And they've got 40 questions before they will forward your form. It starts doing that.
Oh, this is just ridiculous, guys. And
to make matters worse, though, Dubs, I now need an admin role for you. And yes, I know you don't have that skill.
Brelix is so jealous.
He's just trying to order napkins.
Just want napkins for Pete's sake. All right, so a 10, a minus a 3 is a 7. And what characteristic is that?
Education.
Oh gosh, it is 0. Okay, so we got 7.
Okay.
You
You successfully put
Just
in
for napkins.
You successfully put in a help ticket for The napkins dispenser is broken. Is the help ticket you put in?
Oh, come on.
It's close to what you wanted to say.
Eh.
I'm gonna flag down a waitress.
There aren't any. You order through the terminal on the table, and a little server droid brings it to you. There are 2 bartenders slinging drinks at the back, and there are strippers walking around, and that's the staff you can see. Oh, and bouncers.
Okay.
You can flag down a bouncer.
I'm gonna go to the bar then.
Yeah, as I say, the bar is definitely the best place to go.
So the 2 girls slinging drinks at the bar are they are rapid fire. Like they're doing the full blown cocktail thing, you know, tossing drinks back and forth, putting on a little bit of a show, doing everything. And you look at the price of the drinks and you're like, oh, you're paying for a show. And it's pretty crowded up here, but you can get right up to them.
Hey, Coyote Ugly, I want a old fashioned and a bunch of napkins.
That's a great choice. What are the napkins for, son? And she gives you a little wink and starts, you know, really elaborately putting together an old fashioned.
My buddy's got sticky fingers.
That's what this place is for, I guess.
That's very true. Very true.
She slides you the drink on a stack of like 10 napkins.
I'll slide her the creds that she needs and give her a wink. Is she she's a Vargar because I called her Coyote Ugly?
She is now. She was human until just a second ago.
An Aslan winking at a Vargar. My girlfriend.
Go ahead and go ahead and roll me a charm.
That's not going to be enough. I rolled a 4, and then I've got a 1 in social. But nothing else.
She leans in with a grin, which on a Vargar looks not friendly. But you know it's a grin, and she says, "Honey, I eat pussy."
I'm gonna run. No, just walk really quickly back to the table with the 10 napkins and my very expensive old fashioned. I'm gonna put my head down and just sip on a straw. To be 18 again.
Hey, are those napkins?
I throw them at you. Yeah, they're napkins.
Oh, dear goodness, thank you. I'm start rapidly wiping off my finger. Hey, any guys interested in some of these wings I'm sharing?
Yeah. That'd be great.
I got napkins now. This is definitely better. Thank you for those napkins. What happened at the bar? You kind of you ran away pretty quick. What happened?
I got the napkins. The drinks are really expensive here.
Oh, okay, all right. But hey, yeah, thanks for those napkins.
Did you get a receipt?
Don't make me go back over there. I'm not going to ask for a receipt.
Because
Okay.
you're scared.
Yeah. That one there scares me.
Scaredy cat.
That's rude.
Not you too.
Ouch.
Do you need to take this outside? I was kind of distracted while I went over there, so I wasn't looking for Greyjacks. But if you guys want drinks or anything, go to the woman, not the Vargar.
Understood. This sauce on these wings is particularly spicy. Perhaps, Tubbs, would you like to go halvesies on a dance? I only brought 75 credits.
Halvesies, man. How expensive is a dance if you only brought 75?
I don't know. Perhaps 150? That would be halvesies. No, I already spent 15 because I had to pay the cover.
Oh, Oh dear goodness! All right, yeah. Well, we got to find out some info. I mean, these wings are amazing, by the way. But yeah, we need to find something about these gray jacks, right? I mean, we just kind of enjoying the wings and getting, I don't know, people running away from the bar and sticky fingers, and this is well, we got to look at the gray jacks. So we got to find them.
Yeah, so find the other cryomorph. Was she appealing to you?
Well, I mean, Tub starts getting really, flushed and starts blushing a little bit, and he starts turning from white to a little bit of a shade of a pink. And she was okay.
Excellent. Do you think she would be very forthright with information?
Well, I mean, we got the number to call in, right? Did we want to call in, or did we want to, do the phone call thing, or did we just, do we still want to go and ask questions?
We 100% want to go and ask questions. That's the whole point of our driving out here and making sure that we can still classify this as a business expense. We need to gain some information. And I believe the best way to do that is to be in a small room with you while a lady takes off of her clothes.
I just any other takers? I mean, it's anybody else interested in doing that?
I feel like the more people in there, the more awkward it's going to be. But yeah, I guess we could split it.
Well, I mean, you're gonna make. Well, I mean, you're gonna make me do it all by myself here. I mean,
I was actually.
Yeah, that's usually the idea.
Yeah, the cryomorph lady liked you. So yeah, you were gonna do it.
I want to know what Marcus thinks of this whole thing, because he's been super quiet.
Yeah, he's sitting there super quiet because he grew up relatively alone, and this is
And
super
wholesome.
Yeah, like this is like insanely like not his realm, and he's just kind of sitting there like, if I don't say anything, I'll blend into the corner.
All right, two things are going to happen
I'm
here.
Totally not going to in a room with all four of us. It's not happening.
I'm going to throw two things at you. All right, first, I need perception rolls just from Ronin and Ghost.
Pass with a 12.
Yeah, I'm not that good. 6? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ghost. Chitara's cousin, who you met only once at a family thing and did not like you very much, walks out on the stage as one of the strippers.
No way.
And she locks eyes with you. Like, there's significant eye contact.
Oh
Ronan,
boy.
you failed your roll.
Back.
You failed your roll. So you don't realize that the guy in the booth behind you, as you're trying to slide deeper in the corner, is trying to slip your credit chit out of your pocket. Fortunately for you, you rolled a 4. So he's going to fail to get it, but you also don't notice that it's happening.
Sweet. Sitting in there in the corner.
I am going to say that your credit chit is now in the seat and not in your pocket, though. So keep that in mind as you move around. What is Chikatara's cousin's name?
I was just thinking something like tiger related.
She can just be Tiger.
There you go. So the DJ is like, and next up on the main stage is Tiger.
She would have a stripper name. Like a
Oh yeah,
handle.
yeah.
It's like cinnamon or something.
There you go.
T-I-double-G.
It's Calico because she's a cat.
There you go.
Okay. So that is not necessarily related to your investigation, but that shit happened and the eye contact was made.
I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble. No, that's my girlfriend's cousin.
Oh, no way.
Oh, well, that's excellent. We can use the familial connection to ask her if she knows any Greyjacks.
Are you putting my
There
plan
you
back
go.
on me? Instead of Tubbs doing it, you're going to make...
Hey, I am all for this. I'm pretty uncomfortable right now. I just had the wings, but yeah, I think this is all you, man.
It's her cousin.
Yeah, I guess that would be awkward. I still think, like, I'm still willing to go halvesies with the cryomorph, or you can do that by yourself, or we can all do all different things.
All right, it seems like I'm not going to get out of this, guys. So, all right, fine. Let's. How do you order one of these people? I mean, is it through this interface here? I mean, I don't want to get my finger sticky again.
Now, the internet says that the interface there is only for food, and you have to just like walk up to the stripper and ask them for a private dance.
Oh dear goodness sake! Well, do they? Is it? Do they? I assume they only take these bunny bucks, right? Is that what this is?
The money bucks is for food and tickets and things.
Yeah, they want cash.
Yeah, the girls work for money.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this done. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna find out about this, and we're gonna give it a whirl. And if I get uncomfortable, it's just not gonna be good. But yeah, we're gonna do this.
You do notice that Hylar is distinctly uncomfortable as Calico's act gets right into its main vibe.
I'm gonna move over to the main stage.
So that leaves the Bwop and the Godel. Caprasap. Thank you for saving me. At the table alone, as the Aslan and the cryomorph human depart, seeking off into the wilderness that is the strip club. Who just wants to go first with their interaction?
I could
All
get
right,
mine out of the way if you want me to.
Go for it.
Okay,
No, go
there we
ahead.
go.
No, that's right. You go ahead and do it.
All right, I'm going to approach the main stage. I'm going to put credits down on the stage in front of her, and then sit at a bar stool next to the main stage and watch the remainder of her act.
She will come over to collect them, making eye contact with you. This is a lot more of her than you've seen last time, and there is a flare of what might be hatred in her eyes.
I've always been attracted to this family resemblance that both her and her cousin have.
But she does take your money.
Of course she does. Maybe after the dance, she probably won't take me, but I'm going to offer just some booth time if she would take it up. But I'll try a carouse, I think, is the best thing, because I've been drinking a little bit. That goes over like a sack of potatoes. I might actually get slapped for that. So that's a -3. So it's just 3.
Okay, so with the cruise, I'm going to say that you inadvertently, because you're concentrating so much on what to say, you lean over the banister too far, and one of the bouncers grabs you and yanks you back, and you don't get a chance to say anything.
No, that's okay, fair.
And he gives you the whole look, but don't touch, like that's your one warning, and walks off.
Yeah, put my hands up. Sorry. I turn back around. She's gone.
Yep, she's finished up her act. You get her disappearing off the stage. You glance over and see that Thodubs has approached said cryomorph woman. And you can't hear what they're saying, but what they're saying is Thodubs.
So I'm kind of new at this here, but
You don't
got a
say,
first
honey.
timer. That obvious? Is it really that obvious? I
She smiles at you, and it's not condescending or anything. It's a genuine smile, and she's like, "Young man, it's 40 credits, and you will sit and you will watch, and you keep your hands to yourself, and you have a good time, and then your friends stop making fun of you."
Oh, and man, was that obvious either? They were just picking on me something fierce, and
I've never
playing off
seen it here before.
Oh, that's just well. That makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, so 40 creds, not a problem.
And she leads you off to a back booth. And if you've ever been in the GTA strip club, it's that scene.
Oh dear. So yeah, so here's do I pay you before or after, or how's that work?
She does take your money before. So you're trying to strike up conversation while she's taking her clothes off in front of you. How do we think that's going to go for such a inexperienced individual as Tubbs Mason?
Social next.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a social carouse check.
Oh, great.
You might nail it. You could boxcars it. You got a one.
All right,
social.
here we go.
That only makes it a -2.
All right, let's give it a try. What do you know? And
So not
no.
great. Tubbs has the time of his life. 2 negative side effects. Number 1 is pants are sticky. Number 2 is he forgets to ask any relevant questions about the investigation, and then it's over. And she does give him some napkins.
Gee, thanks. Appreciate it.
You're talking to a curtain. She's gone.
And she's gone. Okay, she's got my money. She's out. I have napkins, and I'm just a mess. Okay, great. I'm gonna try and clean myself up a little bit here before I leave the curtains here and go back to the table.
Now your friends get to ask you what valuable information you got for your 40 credits.
And I walk up to the table and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot a receipt. I should have got a receipt, and I also should have got some information. What am I going to say to these guys? Hey guys, how's it going?
Yes, where's your receipt?
I came out of there, I saw your face, and the first thing I thought of was, no, I didn't get a receipt. I'm sorry. That's just, we're going to not worry about the receipt this time.
Oh, excellent. Then tell us about the Greyjacks.
It's a funny story, I got in there and just, totally forgot about the Greyjacks. Just 100% forgot about it. So, yeah, basically I didn't ask anything and I didn't get anything, at least about the Greyjacks.
As this shameful conversation takes place, the camera pans over to Hylar, who's being led to a private booth by Tiger, or Calico, or whatever name you want to use for it right now. And as soon as the curtain is drawn, she pushes him into a chair roughly, pulls out a knife, and says, "If you tell Chitara I'm working here, I will cut your balls off."
Well, yeah, that was, if you tell her that I came here, we're going to have a bigger problem.
She gives you like a side-eye look, and she's like,
I'm working. And I know that you're working, and I think that we would be able to do this beneficially.
She has like a skeptical, like she did not expect you to say that. And she's like, all right, so I didn't see you, and you didn't see me.
Correct. And then I'll pay you for information and not a dance. But if you have any information, that is, I'm looking for some guys named Greyjacks. They're like these mercenaries that work for the island security guys.
And how much is that information worth to you?
I'll give you 200 credits for it.
Roll me either carouse or investigate. You can use persuade if you have it as a skill. Whichever is your highest one there, it is going to be a social check. And you are going to get a +2. No.
That's great.
I'm going to give you a +3.
All right.
Because-
Already got a +1, so +4. And this is going to be 11 total.
Okay. 11 is a hard success. To coin a phrase from another system.
Yeah, it is.
So, lols. No pun intended. So, she's like, all right, we have a number of Greyjacks customers here, and I know apartments where some of them stay at, and I know the building that they use for their Aurelian revitalization initiative, which half the people here think is some like culty indoctrination program that there's got to be some catch to, which there might be. I can point you to a private booth where one of them is right now.
Which booth is he in?
And again, you broke up.
Oh, sorry. I said, which booth is he in?
She takes 200 credits and she says, 2 curtains down on the left. And she slips out the door. You have a text message beep a few seconds later on your phone, and it's a text message from her, and it's got like apartment addresses and all sorts of information that you probably don't want to know how she got.
All right. I will head back to my friend's table.
What's Marcus saying to Tubbs about his encounter?
Absolutely nothing. I am so terrified of everything going on. Like, I'm trying to like not look at anything and like make sure Bralex is still okay, and like it's just super uncomfortable.
It's like the capper snap way of doing this, to have like an arena in the middle where like you guys fight for dominance, something like that. Like how does is this like so foreign to him, because he's like, why aren't they butting heads? Like, I don't understand.
Like, what is going on here? What is the purpose of this? This is weird. This is not right. So he's kind of, like I said, just completely out of his realm, and like it's obvious that it's completely out of his realm. And
see, Bralex is supposed to be really talkative, and I imagine he'd pick up on how quiet you've been. And if he figures out that that's why you don't speak, I feel like he would be trying to explain it to you as Hylar walks up.
yeah, it's probably what's happening. I'm like, Bralex, like, shut up. I don't want to know. Like,
Yeah, it's not a thing where they need to fight. This is for sexual gratification.
don't want to know. Don't. Just stop.
See, I really like it when they're heavy.
Stop.
I don't know. Oh, here comes Hylar.
Stop talking.
He doesn't have a receipt either.
No, but I just spent 200 more credits and did not get a dance. It's okay. I didn't want one from that. Oh man, Calico is definitely Chitara's cousin, and well, I did get some valuable bounty hunting information. So it seems like this place is kind of crawling with Greyjacks. You know, those. I've got some addresses here we can take a look at and do some research on, but I also think there's one in a booth over there. There's a curtain booth down to like where I was just coming from. She said there's a Greyjack guy in there if we want to maybe check him out or tail him home. Or, I don't know if the bouncers are going to let us just beat the shit out of him, you know?
They probably will not inside this establishment, or unless, of course, he does something illegal. Perhaps he crosses the line that he shouldn't cross.
Oh, did you see me do that?
No. But if he did that and the bouncers are there, we could be good patrons and assist him out.
True. So we could stir some trouble up, maybe get him to slip up. We could also completely do this subtly. Maybe find out which vehicle he'd be driving in, and I put one of these little tracker things on it. We follow him to where he's going.
So we're waiting outside for him to get into a vehicle?
But why would we follow him where he's going when we have the addresses of a bunch of them?
That's true too, but I don't know if this one guy's address is in this list. I don't know how she got this list. I don't really want to know. But
I mean,
that was a good $200 spent, really.
They're also rated by quality factors you don't understand and how much they pay.
Oh, gross.
Whatever gets me out of here.
Whatever gets me out of here. I gotta take a quick bio break, but guys, I'll be right back.
You're not having a good time?
Oh, no, he wants them to fight.
Oh, we can
We can
go to a wrestling match instead next time. Have you ever been to a wrestling match? Or boxing?
Yeah, like lots of times it's a good time to watch people fight. Like the house, you figure out who's like higher up in like standing and whatnot. How do you know who to follow or who to? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. This like go to a room, come out happy, and now you're better for it. It's completely weird. Like, no.
You don't think there's a whole society of, oh man, what do they believe they call it? They call themselves the best bitch, and whoever is the highest ranking or whoever earns the most money, I'm certain that the one of those, maybe even your,
Stop. Nope.
maybe Calico,
Stop
is she
talking.
the best one?
Stop talking.
Well, she just made an extra $200. She didn't really do anything for it except give me some information, so she might be. Oh, here, guys.
What happens when she tells her cousin?
Yeah, I was just about to say. Please don't say anything to my girlfriend about this or her cousin working here. Any of you, just lie, okay? Say, you don't have to tell them the whole truth. But if she asks, we've been working, and we had to go pick up some information. Don't tell her that we were at the White Rabbit.
Why would we not want to tell her that?
She doesn't know her cousin works here, and her cousin doesn't want her to know. So, if I remember right, Tiger or Calico actually has a lot of money. So I'm kind of
You
surprised.
just gave her 200.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she always shows up in fancy. It makes Chitara really upset sometimes because she's got really nice things. It doesn't matter. I could use this for blackmail, but I don't think I'm going to stoop to that level.
Or live through.
That's true too. She did pull a knife on me.
But if you gave Tiger 200 credits to be or to tell you stuff, how much are you gonna pay me to be quiet?
You're my buddy. I didn't think I'd have to pay you money.
Okay, then let's get out of here.
Okay, let's go. Do we want to just follow up on one of these addresses, or you want to tail the vehicle?
Sure, I'll tail a vehicle as long as I'm not in here.
Let's go out into the parking lot then.
Okay.
All right.
You guys
Come on.
close out your table.
I'm gonna make
Bill-
sure that I have all of my stuff.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I'm being
perception.
super yes. Let's see. Am I perceptive?
Are you like me in one of these places and you just touch your wallet like over and over again? 3 times a minute, you're like, is it there? Is it there?
I mean, I would love to, but my perception rules say no.
Oh, no.
5.
How far off are you?
3.
That's a lot. Okay, so you're gonna leave your cell phone in the booth. Roll
I have a cell
luck
phone.
as you walk out.
I don't have a cell phone.
How do you contain your digital money in this game without your cell phone? Everybody got one from the junk or from the trade rat, I thought.
Yeah, I thought we all bought burner phones.
I thought we did too.
I did.
Yep.
I did not. Everybody but me.
Marcus is very stringent. He didn't trust that rat.
He's got like
I mean,
he's got like a prepaid Visa card, which is bad for him because that means that that's now sitting in the cube.
Oof.
Please, once again, roll luck on your way out the door.
That's a 12.
Oh, you got so lucky because 10 was going to be the threshold. So that's good. The most honest stripper you've ever met in your life comes up straight to Marcus. It makes it like a beeline for him. And I imagine he's deeply uncomfortable as she leans in and gives him a little hug and a kiss and says, "You dropped something," and hands him his card.
And Marcus is like shaking. Is like, thank you, ma'am. Super uncomfortable.
She stands there expectantly for a second.
And after Halyar kind of like leans over and like knocks him out, or is super like nudges him, and he's like, oh yeah, and like hand over 100 credits to her. Yeah.
She's hands you back a card you'll never use.
Yeah.
And she makes a little phone thing with her hand. Call me.
Heart of gold. She probably said, well, I was going to steal it, but I looked inside. There wasn't a lot of money.
I felt bad, but I returned it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, as your phone that only opens for you, I would have been like, well, she'd return it because it'd be too tough to get. But as a prepaid card, man, you had to roll that high luck. You did pretty good, though.
Every now and then I get a good roll.
You should call her. I'm going to haze you as we walk outside.
Well, I'll chip in and buy you a phone so you can call her.
Yeah, I can pre-program her number in there.
Yeah, and I can tell your girlfriend.
All right, I'm done.
Well, you could ask her about oh no, we already have information, so that is less helpful. Did you get a receipt? Anybody?
Nope.
No, yeah, we talked about that. No, there's no receipt.
Can I handwrite one? Like, you give me a PO number, and then I'll write a requisition, and then it's kind of like a receipt.
I believe I can make that legally happen. You purchased viable information.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Marcus,
So it was an RFI to the White Rabbit.
correct. Marcus has a new contact. I don't know how much he spent. And Tubbs, sorry. Oh, I don't know who Tubbs is. Tubbs, what did you get with your credits you spent? Sticky fingers and some extra napkins.
Yeah, that's about it. Yes, the wings were good, but yes, that's all I got.
Well, I'd say this is not the most... Oh, we're waiting for a guy to tail him.
Is that your plan?
Yeah. I'm going to stand in the cold and light a cigar.
How are you going to know what this guy looks like?
Shit.
We are 18. Totally 18.
Go back and ask your chick's, sister. Get that information, man. You already paid for it.
We got these addresses. Why don't we just follow up with some of these? It is kind of cold out here.
I am more uncomfortable out here in the cold than I was inside.
This is way better.
We could end up standing out here all night anyway, so, well, this first address here, do you want to maybe, like, look it up on the maps? See what's around it? How far away?
Let's cross-reference all of the addresses with how many are within a couple of blocks.
Okay. So for the Gray Jacks that you guys have on the list, which I think is the only ones you got, they basically all are 3 back-to-back sections of economy housing. This economy housing is basically standard shipping containers that have been turned into apartment rooms and stacked. They're pretty ghetto, but all in all, they're not bad. Like, they're not bad as far as their construction and stuff. Like, shipping containers are a pretty sturdy thing, especially in this, the Traveler universe. It's got to be a space-borne container, so it's got pretty significant shielding and the power cabling running into the little ghetto. But basically, these elevated platforms of stacks of cargo containers are all little apartments, and there's probably a dozen of them per stack, and there's 3 stacks. You're like half a block, maybe a block away from the strip club.
These are very close. Do we want to sneak over and just sit on a door and see if anybody comes in or out?
Yeah, I think that's as good as a plan as any. And I get Marcus away from the strip club, so he'd start to feel better.
He's allergic to booty.
When I originally posed the suggestion that we come here, you didn't speak up and say no, so I don't feel bad. But maybe next time, speak up and be like, hey, I'll be really uncomfortable at a strip club.
Are you sure you want me to speak up? Because I'll speak up to your girlfriend.
I'm trying to be nice. What the hell?
I tried a new thing. I didn't like it. It will not happen again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to force you to come back.
I will go where Brelex goes. As uncomfortable as it may be.
I find the experience mildly enjoyable. I found a piece of paper. I read a bunch of flyers as I was coming in, and I almost got to be in the room with Tubbs while he watched a lady get naked. I would have remembered to ask her some information. And we got a receipt, so this was an all-in-all great time. Plus, we're now walking to somebody's house, and we're going to find somebody.
You guys arrive at the half block away container farm of apartments. It's not just the Gray Jacks who are housed here. This is a housing method down here in the slums. And one of the advantages for those of you who are not cryomorphs is that the heating is sort of area effect. Rather than heat each individual container, above the containers, they just have like a air recycler that pulls air down, and then at the bottom they have heating coils. So there's always kind of like a wind of heated air moving through this little area. It's made it quite pleasant in the vicinity of the containers. Except for Thodubs, who will be like, it's hot as hell down here.
It's a lot of moisture.
That's really warm. Goodness sakes.
Oh, it's actually nice out here. Look, it's kind of blowing my fur. Mane's all floopy.
Yes, and it is definitely the appropriate temperature. Is there a table we can all sit down at?
It's not very well manicured. There's a parking area for ground vehicles, and then a set of stairwells that lead up to the upper levels of the containers. You could sit on the stairs.
We're 18 and hoodlums. We're used to that. We can stoop on the stoop. What do you think? You could get your little relay drone out? Maybe find some Wi-Fi in the area? See if we can narrow these things down.
I can go fly it up to... I have to... it doesn't have a camera, so I have to see it, so I gotta walk to the hallway first. But I could go land it on the threshold of a... What's the address?
It's this first one here on the list.
What's your
1357 Storage Row.
what's your plan here?
I was going to pull out a relay drone and go put it on like the above the front door of 135 Storage Row, and then try to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Okay. You could do that, but I'm going to guess that as you pull your phone or whatever you're using for intrusion, you're going to notice that you are absolutely already within the Wi-Fi range. Like, this is... The relay drone is generally for being like a block or two away. You could move away.
I'm just fountaining out all of the directions that I have and saying, hey, this is an extender. If we want to stay on the steps, I could just be on my phone right now. I'm already connected to it. But if we want to walk a couple of blocks away, then I'll still be within range if we leave the drone above the door. I guess that's a little bit more safe, but we wanted to see the guy himself. But if we see him, then he'll also see us. So is it safer to leave a drone, walk back, and get into his Wi-Fi, or should I just get into his Wi-Fi here and put my drone back away?
I mean, I'm all for the subtlety, and I'm not very stealthy. I don't want to just walk up to his window and look in. So, if you want to stick your drone here, well, Marcus will do it. You don't need your drone then. I guess you could just get on the Wi-Fi, and then Marcus could sneak up there too.
Yep, totally doing it.
So you're just sneaking up. Are you going to pick the lock on the door and go in, or are you just sneaking up to the door?
Does the thing have any windows?
No,
It's
it's
like a completely blank Onyx box.
yeah, it's like a Connex box with a steel door on it. But it is a completely manual lock, something you could pick. That is deception dexterity.
Yep. That's me. Going up there to do it. You get in on the Wi-Fi at the same time there, Alex?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, here we go. Sneakiness. Luckily, I have +1/+1 for an 8.
Excellent. Yeah, the door clicks open. 2 more points than you actually needed. It's like a luggage lock. It's not a great lock. Door clicks open. You go in here. There are cloth style partitions in place of walls. And there are crates and stuff in place of furniture, so it's pretty low end. The lights are dimmed, and as you move silently into the room, you hear the sound of snoring coming from the back of the apartment. Whoever owns this apartment is already in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Good old 18-year-old planning. Yeah, I'm gonna go in and see if he's got like his computer on a desk or like on the like piece of furniture ish, and like grab his computer.
Give me a stealth dexterity check.
9.
All right. So you go in there. He does have a tablet and a cell phone. The cell phone is sitting on his nightstand. The tablet is on the kitchen table / counter / kitchenette area.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the tablet. Yep.
Okay. The 9, you make it all the way back out to the steps. Do you close the door all the way behind you?
Close the door and put the lock back on.
Okay. The reason I asked is because as you close the door, it will automatically latch and lock.
And then I'm gonna go back down and be like, "Hey, Brillex, I don't really need to go on the internet because I got the internet for you." Like, and hand him the tablet.
I believe that the internet is not in this tablet. Oh, that's his tablet, though? That's... Well, let me take a look into this. We're attempting to pursue a bounty, and he might have information in here for us, so I will attempt to open his tablet.
Let us not do it in visual sight of him and all his buddies' home places, things. We should probably leave the area.
That is intelligent. Yeah, let's walk out of here.
That tablet doesn't have the ability to track us or anything. I mean, he's not going to be able to track that tablet, is he?
We don't know. All the more reason to get more distance between us and to not go home.
Agreed.
Let's head back to the White Rabbit. No, I'm just kidding. We'll go to a bar.
I mean, we know he frequents the White Rabbit. If the White Rabbit has his tablet, that's a logical conclusion that the White Rabbit's the one. Maybe he just left it there. That's not the worst plans. But Marcus doesn't want to go back there, so we can go somewhere else.
Doesn't mean we can't put it back at the White Rabbit when we're done, and by we, I mean you. The 3 of you.
Okay. All right, let's find a coffee stop or, one of those 3611s. Go someplace warm and then crack this thing, right?
Definitely need to go someplace warm.
So there's a convenience store nearby. It's not super like bar-like, but it's warm.
Yeah, let's get in there. Get a cup of coffee.
And we will just say that they do have like a couple of tables and a coffee machine.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna walk in separately from you guys, so that like they don't get the idea that we're all together. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything, like if we're being followed or if anybody else is being suspicious while we crack this thing.
Right on. I'm gonna pay for my coffee first, then slip over to the table, pull out seats for my other 2 friends that'll sit with me.
Let's just say that this area.
It's a lounge.
I'm going to get some kind of fried food with some kind of dip to put it in. And then I'm going to sit down.
Okay. You
That
guys are
looks good.
sitting with the tablet. Tubbs, Hylar, Relics are at one table, and Marcus has posted himself, like, pretending to shop near the entrance.
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to do what?
I'm gonna look at a tablet and try to get inside of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just push the button and see if it turns on, and he didn't have a lock screen.
Roll luck.
Got a +1 on lock. Rolled a 7. +1 is an 8.
That's not enough for him to leave it completely unlocked, but it does power on.
At least he kept it powered on. That's pretty good. So I have computers. I don't have intrusion software because that's illegal. But I've got some like tricks that I've been doing so that I could try to access things. Can I like to, because it's already on, I'd like to see if I could boot to another thing and just try to bypass its lock screen.
Okay.
Try something real quick. This would be funny. If I could do a streetwise check, just hold the tablet up to the light and see if there's fingerprints in certain places. And then try that for the pin code or the swipey.
Give me a streetwise, then take the effect and add it to a luck roll.
It'd be pretty funny, because it's funny. Alright, so anyway. It's probably not going to work. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it did. So streetwise, that's 12.
Okay.
And then you said add it to a luck roll. It is funny. I was right.
He has this amazing idea, forgetting that he has claws. And the very first button he tries to click, he sort of semi-cracks the screen. And now you can't tell where this, like, it's the tablet's still usable, but it's like distorted enough that you can't tell where you're supposed to push from the fingerprints. And there's no way you'd be able to figure out the combo without completely destroying the screen.
I'm sorry, Brillax. Yeah, I thought I had a good idea, then I fucked it up.
It looked really cool for like a minute. Like he was super like, look at me, I know what I'm doing. And then, oh, never mind.
Story, yeah, definitely 18 again. Jesus.
Alex was just in awe. That's highly intelligent. You found the things, and that was really cool. And then you just cracked the screen by smashing it too hard. And he goes, I'm gonna have to mount that externally because I can't even use that display because it's flickering. Oh my.
I've seen these HDMI external monitor things that you might be able to plug into USB-C. It's not HDMI, it's just a shitty screen thing. Maybe a Junkrat might have one. Sorry, I really do apologize.
No, it was a great idea. And now we've got to fall back on me doing this thing that I've been thinking about for the last 8 weeks as we've been bounty hunting. I rolled an 11, +1/+1 for a 13.
One more would have been fantastic, but you do gain access to the tablet. Beyond the pin code on the front screen, there is no additional security on the tablet. What would you like to access on the tablet?
First, Brelix doesn't. He is doing this for a bounty. He's not worried about. He's worried a little bit about people tracking strikes. Sorry, I'm thinking all of the things through at the same time. I should have had a better plan. Brelix wants to see. This is his personal tablet, so Brelix wants to see if he knows Colonel Alonzo Russo. See if he's looked through his contacts.
Investigate or admin?
Admin is a better check for me. So I'm going to roll an admin. That's a 4 plus 1 plus 1 is a 6. Not good.
With your earlier really good check and this check combined, you're going to see that contact information, like there's emails you can no longer decrypt that are old emails, and you can tell that the contact you're looking for has been deleted, and therefore the encryption key with all these old emails has been deleted. It looks like a very clumsy attempt to purge the system of this person. However, you can also see that another person, Captain Irina Dalkos, was CC'd on almost all of those emails. And you can see that contact system. Marina spelled Mirya Dalkos, Dalkos. Again?
I have her phone number.
You would have her email address for certain. This isn't his
Email
phone.
address.
This is his tablet, so you'd have anything on his computer.
Guys, I'm in. What else should I be looking for? He didn't. It looks like maybe there was a kernel, but that's decrypted and I can't see that. But there's a Captain Marina Dalkos that's CC'd on all of those. I have her email address. Should I be looking for anything else? Looking for pictures?
No, not pictures, but in the emails and correspondence back and forth, do they have like a central location, or is it all dead drops, or what's going on with all of that?
Do you want to open some of the emails randomly and read them, or do you want to? What do you want to do? There's going to be a lot of data there to sift through, but you might be able to hit on it randomly.
I'm giving you the idea of just randomly going through any of the emails with Mirya Dalkos, the captain, and see if there's any locations described in them that pops up more than once.
I also could take all of those emails and put them on the data card that I've got. We can do this later.
TL10
That's
data
true.
wafers are so massive you could probably fit this whole tablet on one.
Yeah. So I run the DD command and I say, can I have all the information on this tablet on this external data wafer?
Okay. You can do it that way, if that's how you want to do it. Go ahead and roll me computers, and Ronan, please roll me a perception. As you've been milling around as Lookout, you have noticed that a couple of street punk looking types have come in, noticed your friends, and immediately noticed you as well. All you can really glean is that they recognize you as a group. Like, they know you're together. And they sort of whisper amongst each other, and they've come in and out of the store like 5 times now. They are making purchases. But nobody needs to buy 1 bag of chips 5 times.
I'm gonna walk back in toward the guys and be like, guys, we've been made. I don't know what's going on, but we've got some people that are acting suspicious here. I'm pretty positive they've recognized us. I don't know what their intentions are.
I rolled a 7. Can I use a player point to make that pass?
You want to use a point of your luck to make that pass? The answer is you could. However, I don't think that you should, as the GM. But you are the player, and if that's how you want to spend your luck points, they are your luck points.
I mean, alternatively, I didn't copy the things.
Yeah, you just failed to get the copy command incorrectly. Marcus interrupted you in the middle of doing it. It would take time anyway, and you still have the tablet.
I look up and, Mark, guys, this, you didn't start the command. It's going to take a lot more time. And what did you say? Somebody's here?
Yes, definitely some people that have figured out who we are. Not necessarily what we're doing, but who we are, and they're acting weird, like coming in and out and in and out. So we
Just want to go out the back.
Do you want to try to buy me some minutes and I can do it again, or do we want to go out the back and try this later?
Why don't you go ahead and turn off the location on that thing? Because we're going to hold on to it for a little while.
Oh, that's very smart. Can I turn off the find my tablet location information on this?
I don't know, can you?
That's a computer's roll?
Yeah.
That's a 10 plus 1 plus 1 for a 12.
Yes, you can. You can not only do that, but you can disable the BIOS chip that allows it to be turned back on remotely.
I am very thorough in all of the things that I turn off, and it takes you're like, come on, it's time to go. And I'm like, no, there's still 3 more things I need to finish before this is completely disabled. I can probably do it in 12 sequence.
You're doing the
I
house.
imagine Marcus just picks you up and carries you. Like a Bwat baby.
So romantic.
romance.
That's what the whole night's been about.
Yeah.
Can you please stop jiggling me? I'm trying to type a command incorrectly.
Can I scope out the back door to this place?
Yep. Give me a luck roll. I like that we have a luck mechanic now.
I don't want to get snake. Oh, I rolled 2
there
5.
we go. All right.
Yeah.
It's not alarmed. It's accessible to you. It can just open up, and it opens up into an alley.
I'm going to hold the door open and wait for my compatriots.
There is a trade rat working the alley, but other than that, there's nothing unusual back here.
Oh, I want to mark him on my GPS. You got to come back here and talk to this one.
Okay. You guys slip out the back.
What do you think? You think those... Did you say they were street toughs? They might be trying to hold the place up and didn't want to do it with us there.
Eventually, they might have wanted to take us on. They might have wanted to come and talk to us. I don't know. I'd rather not know.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get away without them seeing us then. How many of them were there?
There were a couple. I didn't see any out, or I didn't see how many were outside of the place. But there were a couple that were coming in and out like 5 times.
Is there a group stealth roll mechanic in this for all of us to try to sneak away?
Just use a task chain. As long as it averages out, basically, you do okay.
Oh boy. I'm going to pop the collar on my trench coat and pull my fedora with the cut ears down over my face for a stealthy
just so you know, disguise is not a stealth roll. Disguise is a deception roll. It's deception intellect. Or it can be deception social if you're trying to fast talk.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
But stealth, I'm hiding behind a box, is stealth dexterity.
okay.
I'll go first. Relax, turn all your light emitting stuff off. Now is not the time to look at the tablet.
I have finished it, and if you put me down, I will put it in my backpack.
Okay. I'll put him down, and then I'll move to the edge and look around the corner all sneaky like.
Okay.
And we'll kind of do the leapfrog thing as we go see if they're down that way, and then kind of just incognito get out onto the straight or move to the next alley, kind of staying out of sight.
Indeed.
All the stealthiness.
It is
How
all
about
the
14?
stealthy. Yeah, a freaking 14's a critical. With the 14, I'm not even gonna make everybody roll. You just usher everyone through at the right time, and you're able to get yourselves back away from the convenience store and moving back down the street.
There's your
Walks away. We hear.
group mechanics.
I love that. That was nice because I got a 7.
Well, that was a critical success. So,
Stealth goat.
Yeah, cap or sap for the win.
Means he doesn't have horseshoes.
that's incredibly like speciest. All right, he's
Yeah,
got
so
he's got to wear
racist.
shoes like everyone else. All right, you're sitting there in your little BWOP wet burrito jacket.
I gotta stay moist. I didn't know if his Carafin toes needed to be protected from the ice and snow.
We have. Sorry, go ahead.
I do have hooves.
Is Rex's volume low for anyone else right now?
He sounds a little far away.
Yeah, agreed.
How about now?
That's better.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. They do have hooves.
So we can now ask those liaisons from the royal family, the pilots, about Miria Yilkos, the captain. Maybe they'll have some more information on her if she was involved, as closely as they, got told about anyway, being mercs themselves.
And if I have time, we gotta sleep because it's kind of late, I assume. Then we got to meet with them tomorrow. I need time to copy this stuff over, and then we need to get rid of a tablet that was procured in the pursuit of a bounty.
You guys are heading back to the apartment.
Yes, some of us are tired.
I think we
Yep.
should get rid of the tablet first.
Can you make another try at it while Marcus is carrying him home?
He's
You guys-
walking now. I'm not
I mean,
carrying him.
you guys can get in your space Uber and you can try it on the ride home. It's up to you.
All right. Yeah, let's try that.
Also, Relics hasn't actually agreed to get rid of it yet.
That's true too.
No, if it's we will copy the stuff off of it successfully as we're driving home, and then we'll forget it in the. Ooh, no, that still points it to us having it. Maybe we can. No, I will. We'll figure out what to do with the tablet later.
Hand it to me. I'll throw it off the bridge as we're driving over it. Just roll the
Wipe
window
your prints
down.
off it and chuck it off.
Yeah, just throw it, toss it over a bridge.
Let's find the information first. Copy the information. Seven plus 2 is a 9.
That's a successful copy. You have a data wafer with all of the data contents from the tablet.
Chuck it. Just throw it out.
Well, it's still their property, and they should probably get it back.
Wipe the
Yes.
prints and chuck it out the window.
I completely agree. We should make sure that they get it back. Can you hand it to me?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Hey, Hallier, can you hold on to this?
I thought you were gonna eat
Sure.
it.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh, that's a good call. I can do that. Totally eating it.
Enjoy.
Totally
Oh
eating
man, so funny.
Crunchy glass. I'm
Do you like stare at Bralex as
Yes.
you munch down on your tablet cookie?
Is this for safekeeping until we go back and meet him?
I don't believe he'll be able to get information off of that in the future.
My intention is to give it back to him, not make it useful for him.
Oh,
you gotta leave it on a stoop. It's a stool on a stoop.
Who, let's be honest, like 18-year-old guys going and bags of poop on fire on doorsteps, like that's never happened.
Oh my god, that'd be perfect. He comes out and stomps it.
Extremely disruptive to him.
I love this idea. That's a prank. That's how you pull a prank, guys. That's a good prank.
all right. You guys arrive back at apartment 5. It's probably about 1 or 2 in the morning.
I'm gonna go sheepishly check my messages.
Okay. You have 2 missed messages.
They're probably from Chi Taylor. I'll check on them, and then I'll message her and be like, sorry, I was working bounties.
Well, I forgot you didn't take your phone with you because we kind of glossed over that earlier because that's how you got the intel was you got a text message.
Yeah. So if I really had my phone, yeah, I'll just message her back now that I'm back at the apartment. Turn my location back on.
You've got 2 phones. That's not suspicious.
Oh boy. Hylar is becoming more and more of a prick.
This one's for work, I swear.
Yeah, it's company. They gave it to me. I don't know. I can't just, not carry it. Or people, you could do what I did in real life and have the company take over my personal phone number. And they've been paying for it for years. But if I ever get let go, I lose my number that I've had for 18 years now. It's going to be a really sad day. They have me.
Okay.
Anywho.
You guys do the sleeps. What does everyone do at the night/morning? Other than check their messages and lie to their girlfriend about where they've been all night.
Relix is meticulously going through every single email, trying to deduce a pattern of where Captain Marina find precise locations and stitch together a trail of evidence.
Do you sleep? And what is your need for sleep?
I do sleep. I said regular.
Okay. Also, Ghost, your math is wrong. I don't know if I already told you. Aslan's sleep on a world like this, a normal 8-hour sleep cycle. The reason for the 10-hour sleep cycle was because it was a 30-hour assumption for a world.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's
I do like to nap. It's just a character trait.
Yeah, that's still a completely legit character trait, but you were like, it's part of blah, 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 and that math is technically wrong. But they put it in the book in a very confusing way, so I understand.
Because it's talking about the home worlds of the Aslan culture in that context.
Also, Veku, they choose to do this information this way. They chose this way to do the investigation. Lots of other options. So this is player choice right here. it's their will.
We do boneheaded things all the time.
He was just mentioning, said, imagine playing a game to read emails. But
Read and organize. Thank you very much.
I'm sure that'll get talked about tomorrow. So, Kizik, your need for sleep is normal. That means that, are you going to stay up all night doing this? I just need to know whether or not to apply fatigue to your character.
100% apply fatigue.
Okay, that's -2 on pretty much all of your checks.
It's brutal.
It might be a -1 until you sleep.
I'm super focused. This is a compulsion more than a thing. I start reading the stuff. I'm still doing it for a bounty. I just watched somebody eat a tablet and tell me he's going to give it back to him. Like I need this emails to make sense so I can figure out something, make everything better.
Okay. You're gonna take all night to do it, so it's gonna be a super easy check. Just don't snake eyes. Give me your investigate check.
Fatigue is a -2.
I thought it was.
I will be right back.
11 minus 3 is 8.
Okay. It's way more than you need for an easy check. All right, so let me give you a batch of information. Are you ready to write things down?
I am prepared.
Captain Maria, Mireya Dalkos, Dalkos, that you earlier discovered an email, is Russo's former adjutant and now his right-hand woman. She was the logistics expert for his company, and she now runs smuggling operations. You're able to glean that from what you're able to get. You're also able to find out that most of the Greyjacks that are working here in North Rio are her old it's her old unit that have joined the Greyjacks as mercenaries. So there's a mixture of original Greyjacks and then, her logistics unit that has transitioned to working with them. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. They have all sorts of emails talking about Maria organizing a cargo run for a northern run. A northern run being in quotation marks, and it's definitely like a code phrase they use. Get all that?
Captain Marina is former adjutant, now is right-hand woman. She runs smuggling, which the Greyjacks were her old military unit.
Oh, her old military has joined the Greyjacks. Very important distinction. The Greyjacks already existed as a mercenary unit. When they, committed their war crimes and they all fled, a part of her particular unit, her logistics unit, it was attached to Russo, her little group, joined the Greyjacks. So it's a lot of information, but it's very important you get it right because you're the sole source of information for the party.
They're going to get it in a sleep-deprived Bralix fountain of information as soon as they wake up.
I'm more worried about Kizik interpretation of it.
She had a small logistics military group that joined the current Greyjacks. Is she a member? She's a member of the Grey Jacks.
No, she is not. Also, the line between the Grey Jacks and Russo's unit is a little blurry here. She has parts of her unit that have joined, and that's how she has it in with them. She is performing smuggling operations for Russo using the Grey Jacks as muscle because she has this connection to them.
And she's doing a cargo run for a northern run.
She's organizing cargo for a northern run.
Got it.
Okay. Most of the rest of it is just complaining about how boring the security detail is. It looks like once a month they round up a group of people who have signed up to go to Aurelia, and they put them on various means of transports and ship them to the islands.
How far away are the islands from here?
It depends on your method of travel. By plane, it'd probably be like a 6 to 8 hour flight.
Okay.
Back.
Well, in the morning, I'm going to eat my leftover sushi. Nobody ate it last night.
Or the night before that.
Or the night before that.
As soon as your door opens, Braylix is there talking. Good morning. I'm glad that you slept well. I've been putting together all of these emails through the. Oh wow, that took all night. That's probably not the best for me. But anyway, Captain Marina Dalkos is Russo's former adjutant.
Wait. Hold on, wait. Stop. Let me stop you there so that we can get everybody up. Maybe I can get a cup of coffee. And then the bags under your eyes, man. They,
His bags have bags.
Yeah, they're your bags of bags.
Yes, that's good and all, but she's now his right-hand woman, and
I
she
get
runs.
that. Right. Hold on. Everybody should hear this. Yeah, one time, so you don't have to tell the story 3 times.
Yes, and she runs smuggling.
All right, let me go get Marcus as you're following me around telling me about it. Yeah, okay, so she runs smuggling.
Yeah,
Marcus!
and I figured that out because of these 6 emails here. Even though that she didn't reply to the third one because that would be kind of rude, but she sent 4 emails that were unanswered by this guy, and then he answered the second email only. Why would he only answer the second email? That's oh man, I can't believe the email etiquette that they have. But
Marcus! Marcus! Come on, man.
Yes, good morning, Marcus. Let me catch you up. Captain Marina Dalkos is Russo's former adjutant. Now
Tubbs!
Stop.
Tubbs, get up.
No staying awake all night for you.
No. I mean, it was something that needed to happen. We needed this information to be able to more intelligently talk to the royal people that we're talking to later this afternoon.
Okay, do me a favor. Get on your computer and type it all up while we get coffee.
No,
This meeting could be an email.
I
is what
have
he's saying.
all of the information right now, and I'm halfway done explaining that she runs smuggling for Russo.
Not receiving.
Yeah, the Grey Jacks are they completely. Yes, thank you. The Grey Jacks are they're the mercenary group, and part of Dalkos's unit joined a small part, joined the Greyjacks, and now she's using the Greyjacks' muscle to like secretly smuggle things, and she's currently organizing cargo for what they call a northern run, and that's in quotes, and that's I couldn't break the code for that because she stopped spelling correctly, and I don't quite understand why she doesn't know that that PH is instead of F for that word.
Did you drink all the coffee, Relics?
I did. It helped me on hour 4 of reading these emails and organizing them into logical folders. Could you check this? I did a group search here, and then after the group search was finished, I then sorted those anti-alphabetically, because why would you sort alphabetically? I was having a bit of fun, and that's the coffee calmed me back down so that I would do it more logically instead of having a bit of fun. And
All right. What kind of time frame are these emails in? Is the last week things are like starting to heat up?
The Northern Run, I believe, is happening soon.
Okay, let's check and see if there's dates listed.
So because he's not the guy whose tablet you stole is not directly involved, he's sort of gleaning the outer peripheral like emails of it. Like people are just asking him packaging questions, so you don't have dates. What you do have is a it's some sort of reference number. I don't know that you would know exactly what that number means, and I'm trying to think of how you would figure it out. So let's just say for now it's a mystery you're trying to unravel.
Like a 9-digit number?
I actually don't know how many digits it would be.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's important. I was just, yeah.
Yeah. But it is a string of number. Like, it's blatantly a reference number to something, and it's something that is, to these people, so obvious that it doesn't need to be explained in email what it is. Or, for OPSEC purposes, they're not explaining it. Just like for OPSEC purposes, at no point in time would they ever explain in email what a Northern Run is. Because they are a paramilitary force, and they do know what that is. And they'll probably follow it just as, and I'm using air quotes you can't see here, efficiently as any other paramilitary unit. There's always that guy.
So Brelix is muttering a number and saying Northern Run needs to be defined. And who drank all the coffee?
And who crapped my pants?
I'm gonna take a shower, get ready for this meeting. I gotta comb out my mane.
Relax, go get some sleep.
Please.
Okay. Was the information helpful?
Extremely, and I appreciate all of the hard work that you accomplished.
Yeah, did I tell you about the smuggling?
Yep.
Did I tell you about the Northern Run?
And if you don't go to sleep, you won't be able to tell us anything else.
57. They didn't reference it anywhere else, but it's a reference to something, I know it.
Okay, go to sleep so you can figure it out later.
Marcus is like physically pushing him into his bed.
Yes.
His eyes are going down. Captain Marina.
57.
Then the shower starts.
I just start singing while I'm in there. I'll probably keep you awake.
Well, also you're a lion, so it's more like growling, howling, whatever they do when they call.
Right. Sounds like a metal album.
Hey, Kizik. Roll 1d6.
Oh no.
You only get 2 hours of sleep before it's time to go to the meeting.
Better than nothing.
You're going to have to take stems if you don't want to take negatives.
Oh man, would I do that?
Relax, you look like shit. You should probably, I don't know,
Just so you know,
take something.
coffee counts as stems in this game.
I've been drinking coffee all the time. One of my favorite places to go to the coffee shop.
You don't hit the
You-
coffee shop on the
You
way to
just
the meeting.
tell them to skip the coffee machine and give you the grounds.
Oh, that would suck so much water out of me. I'm just,
You pack it into your lips like tobacco, just up to the gums.
When I worked in law enforcement and I had to work those like back-to-back shifts that were night shifts, that is, I legitimately did that, exactly that. That's how I got
loved the
through.
chocolate covered coffee beans.
They were not. They also weren't beans. They were like the ground up like Folgers crap.
Ew.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like coffee to this day.
Sometimes I miss when I was young, and then I'm reminded of situations like that, and I'm like, nah.
Nope, nah, it's better now. It is. All right, so you just have to make that decision, Kizik, because you are legit -2 on pretty much everything until you handle your fatigue, either with stems, which each dose of stems will. So there's an upside and a downside. What page number is it, Rex? Do you have it open right now?
95.
Thank you. Oh, so you're already reading it, so I don't have to explain it to you. You see how it works.
Yeah. Also, 18-year-old WAP who needs to have all of the information he stayed up all night to do about he 100% is got a mouthful of caffeine pills.
Okay.
Those pills called yellow jackets or hornets or whatever. Ugh.
You said
Where's this meeting?
You said 95?
95 on the CSC.
Oh.
Fatigue.
Oh.
Fatigue is 80.
I was about to say it's in the core rule book is what I was looking for. The
Yeah,
fatigue
fatigue is
rules. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. After staying awake for hours greater than their endurance plus 18. So technically you're not. Oh, you would be total, because I forgot. It's from the last time you went to sleep. You would definitely be above that.
He's got a great endurance. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay. Just having a quick look at how this should work before I want to be consistent. Causes damage.
So my endurance is now a 1.
Yeah. I was about to say, let's do the math. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright, so you guys are heading to the meeting. These are the Aurelian Royal Guard mercenaries. So these are, technically they belong to a mercenaries. The mercenaries are one of 3 very famous mercenary units on the planet that generally come help handle squabbles between city-states, because, you know, city-states have their own militia and the federal government won't get involved unless civilians are in line of fire. So this is this unit is known as Ronin Company. Ronin, the warriors without honor from Japanese mythos, or culture, I should say. Not Ronin, our player here.
Yeah, you guys didn't know I had a whole company of mercs working for me?
Right?
That's a cool backstory.
Yeah.
Cool backstory. Ronin Company was part of the meta game in DCS that we never quite got around to, and I did name it that for Rex originally. However, in lore, in this game, it has nothing to do with them. So these 2 gunship, well, it's a gunship pilot and a CPG, co-pilot gunner. They have been sort of, it's not really a punishment duty. Like, I'm sure their lieutenant or captain or whoever was like, you are not being punished. However, you can't be here. Because you killed a bunch of bad guys, but you also missed and maybe did some collateral damage. And that means that the media wants to talk to you, and we don't want you to talk to them. So they've been assigned as the liaisons for the bounty hunters here in North Rio. So you guys are taken to a relatively high level, arcology level. It's not like super high end, but it's way higher than where you live. Hylar would have seen this a couple times when he's went to visit Chitara. I don't know if the rest of you have had any reason to be up in like the upper echelons of the city.
It's nice up here. There's plants.
And skywalks, so you don't have to walk with the peasants.
Oh man, and they're moving.
Yes, a lot of fat people up here.
That means they're comfortable.
Can I eat the plants?
You try.
I think you can eat just about anything, right?
I was about to say. It's...
A tablet muncher.
Okay, so you guys arrive at this. It's obviously a rental office. Griggs is there to introduce you, and you walk in, and there are 2 gentlemen in a military uniform, and one of them says, "Hi, I'm Tanner." The other says, "Hi, I'm Jackson," and they're like, "We heard that you guys were assigned to hunt for this war criminal that we put out a bounty for, and that you may have questions about any of the background information. We were there, so we'd be happy to answer any questions you guys have."
Relax. Do you want to take this?
I have so many questions for you. I don't know how much of them you're going to be able to answer. I just took a substantial amount of coffee. It's currently still in my mouth right now. Hold on. Excellent. I feel much better. Whew. I spent last night combing through emails and collating data and figuring out who everybody potentially is. You have a bounty out for Colonel Russo. Have you had any dealings with Captain Marina Dalkos?
We haven't had any dealings with any of the members of the units. I can tell you, and he pulls out a tablet of his own. I can tell you that Captain Marina Dalkos was Russo's adjutant and is also wanted. She does not have the same level of bounty on her, and we haven't put out a bounty worldwide. But if you are able to bring her in alive, specifically with any information that could be useful in pursuing the colonel, that would be worth something to us. I can also tell you, he flips through a couple pages, that a Dr. Halvin Merrick was a biomedical researcher that helped make the biowarhead artillery shells. He's wanted for assisting the war crimes. We know the Greyjacks sometimes have done work for this unit, and there are a number of ex-militia and rebel soldiers that Russo's been using for some purpose. We don't know where he's run to. Honestly, it's not guaranteed he's here at all. His supporters have been operating in several different cities. But we do know some of his supporters have been operating here. Unfortunately, they're under a guise of a completely legal nonprofit. And as far as we can tell, they haven't done anything illegal. They've just been offering free rides to people to the Aurelius Islands on the promise that they'll vote for that party. Since there's no legally binding contract, because you can't legally sell your vote, but you can promise. And yeah, they're just moving people. And as far as we can tell, nothing about that transaction is illegal. So that's the gist of what we know. You have specific questions we might be able to answer?
I do. Have you ever heard of a Northern Run?
No.
Does the number 5757, and I list the number perfectly, to them mean anything to you?
Ooh. Fun. The number is a multi-part number, and they're gonna be like, those are a set of dynamic latitude and longitude numbers. Now, in order for you to actually plug them in, you have to know the rest of the cipher. They're used for targeting often, but they can be used for military navigation systems and other such things where you'd want to be able to have a very precise location, but you'd want to be able to transmit most of it in the clear, meaning it can be intercepted while still having it somewhat encrypted. The prefix you have in the beginning implies that it is somehow tied to a wait, would they know that? Yeah. Oh, okay. So the coordinates prefix would indicate that it is an underwater set of coordinates. It is subsurface, subterranean, and most likely on the islands that means underwater.
Interesting.
Unless it's here, in which case it'd have to be under the ice, I guess. I find that unlikely. Possible. You guys are locals. Is there anything under the ice here?
There are many things under the ice. There are the glacial subway system. There's a bunch of vents down there. There was a recent concert at one of the events that almost got blown up, and we saved a bunch of people. What other things are under the vents?
A bunch of water. There's massive ice shelves that extend out towards where the ocean gets warmer.
Yeah, pockets of life down there.
Coordinates could be important, but without the cipher, I don't know how we would help you with it. Anything else?
You gave us Greyjacks. You gave us Dr. Murch.
What was the last known location of Russo?
It's Dr. Merrick. It's Halven Merrick. HALVENMARRIK.
Dr. Merrick made the biowarhead for the artillery shells.
Yeah. Once again, got to make sure we get all that info right, because when you run an investigation like this, if you get all that stuff transposed that you like to do, it can really mess things up down the road.
Don't like to do it. It's just a thing. It's really hard.
The words are hard, right? So, what was that, Ghost?
What was the last known location of Russo?
Last known? That's a good question. The last place we absolutely knew he was the hospital from which he launched the attack. We were part of the assault force that attacked the hospital in a attempt to stop him from firing the remainder of the missiles and to capture him. We succeeded in stopping him from firing all of the artillery into the slums with some collateral damage. They kind of looked sheepishly at each other. Unfortunately, he got away. He was able to escape in the chaos.
You know, if he shows up for politics eventually, you could just storm the stage at like some.
Well, that won't actually be possible now. You see,
okay.
Remember, this is how federal elections work on this planet, and he sort of cocks an eyebrow as he goes into 6th grade social studies for this planet. The federal government takes over the cities during the election. All local militia and government are disbanded. We don't have any authority. We would be bombarded from orbit by the federal government for trying to interfere in an election.
No.
I mean, he got bombarded for orbit, he'd get killed too.
I think it would be better if we solved this before that happened. Don't you think?
Probably a little bit. Do we know the last known location of Dr. Merrick?
The hospital. All of these people were last seen at the hospital.
Roger. Is there any information on why we believe he's here in North Rio? Or
No, they've dispatched liaisons to everywhere where his supporters have shown up.
got it.
With that said, we're also trying to track down many of his former military resources. North Rio was tagged as a likely candidate for potential places where one of his military resources could possibly be, due to the fact that your ice shelf connects to the same ocean as the Aurelian Islands.
Which resource is that?
They both kind of look at each other, and they're like, this is classified information, but since you're hunting him, I suppose you should know. It was rumored that he had access to a tactical submarine.
That's no fun.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yes, that's why that information is sensitive and not to be shared with anyone.
Now I get the underwater quip. Well, I'm questioned out. Anybody else got any questions? We can get these gentlemen on the road.
They're not going anywhere. This is their office. You're the ones that go on the road.
We can hit the road, gentlemen.
Thank you for your time. It's been very helpful.
Be careful. These men are very dangerous. They have no qualms about killing. And that you can tell they want to say children, and then they realize that might be insulting. So they're like, people who aren't involved.
So
Thank you.
these mercs. Yeah. Thank you.
You guys gather up your stuff, head out from the office, start heading back down towards where?
Do you want to head back home or go to a coffee shop?
You,
Well-
sir, do not need any more coffee.
Yeah.
You need sleep.
You might need some coffee.
If he plans on keeping going, then yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to keep him going.
I just say that because as soon as you guys get back into the it's not what I need. As soon as you guys get back into the slums area, you're gonna find yourself walking down one of the walkways and suddenly surrounded by a bunch of the Greyjacks.
Sweet.
Da, 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 da.
So there are 4 Greyjacks, 2 wielding knives, and 2 wielding what look like pipes, standing, and you can tell they're Greyjacks because even though they are not in a proper military uniform, their various pieces of clothing have the Greyjacks patch emblazoned on it. And as you gentlemen walk into this it's obviously a pre-prepared ambush. One of them steps forward and says, "I hear you gentlemen have been asking questions of things you probably should be staying out of."
Yeah, which one of you wants to start answering questions?
Why don't you stop asking them? And he pulls the knife out like he's blatantly ready for stabby time. And we can roll initiatives now.
Yeah, I really want to draw my blade too. Shing.
I know you do.
I know. I didn't even check with everybody else, but it's initiative time.
Well, you guys,
Ooh.
that's a great roll right there.
Don't worry, not all of them are great rolls.
I got a 12.
Remind me, fast and body, it can be strength. It's strength, right? Not dexterity.
No, it's dexterity is fast and body.
Okay, all right. I couldn't remember. Okay, so I got a 10 then.
I got a 4.
5.
Okay, when you get the good guys put in, I'll give you the bad guys.
Ready.
Okay. 10, 2 7s, and a 4. Okay. That means that Ilar and Tubbs are going to get to go first.
I'm gonna pull my sword out.
Put some tokens. Even though this is a very loose... Pull your sword out. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life.
Yeah.
Do you do it slow or is it like a fast flick?
Oh yeah, I've been practicing this like samurai kind of like unsheathing motion with it. So it's super fast.
Yeah.
now I'm thinking about stepping into one and then drawing and making like that slash at the same time as I draw.
It's your initiative, so
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, blade. I've studied the blade, not very well. I rolled a 3. I have a +1 dex and now a +1 in blade, which makes it a 5.
okay. You have rolled a 5. You have attacked this guy. Scroll down his stat.
Typical 18-year-old. Get something in his head, think it's so cool.
He stepped in close and he just put his hand on your blade.
Right, he
Open
stopped he put his hand on my wrist. I couldn't even get it out of the sheath. And he's gonna punch me in the face.
So he's going to attempt to parry your attack. Because he is carrying a melee blade and you are carrying a melee blade, and it is the perfect scenario. Even though he has a knife and you have a sword, he's going to attempt to do this.
Nice.
And he is going to succeed with a 9. So he is going to push your blade away. Other than you not hitting him, which you weren't going to do anyway. I don't know what else that means. But he does successfully parry your blade away with the knife.
I'm outclassed.
Okay, so let's move on to Tubbs. No pressure, Tubbs.
Oh, we are definitely using some pepper spray during this.
Okay.
Big surprise, right?
Actually, I wasn't sure what you were going to do.
So the pepper spray's got a range of 3 on it, which is definitely going to give me more of a range since I'm assuming I'm going to be a little farther away from these guys than, say, something the stun fist would be able to get a hold of.
Yeah, range of 3 is 3 meters. That's a pretty long range for some pepper spray.
Yep, I figure it's a safe distance for me to be away from it, that kind of thing.
Okay, so if you want to move to max range, you'd actually be like way back in the back for 3 meters. Because this is a very, they've ambushed you on a walkway. It's very close
So we're
quarters.
closer than
It's
that.
very,
Okay.
very close quarters. You're way closer than that. These guys are fist
gotcha.
fighting.
Oh, sorry, that's fine. Okay, we're definitely going to do I just didn't get a chance to understand range here or anything like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do the stun fist.
Okay. I mean,
We're
you can
gonna
still
go
do
after
pepper
this guy.
spray. You gotta understand that, don't worry about trying to count tiles or range or anything. I'm just saying that if you want to use pepper spray, you can probably run to the back of the group. Because this guy's going to take one step and bash you in the face with a club at this range.
No, we're doing stun fist. It just makes more sense that way, so considering the range.
Okay. So, do your attack. You're going after the guy right in front of you?
Yes, we have a natural 11 there.
Plus your unarmed, plus
And-
your strength or dexterity, whichever you're using for melee.
So unarmed is 0. We'll do dexterity, which is going to be a 13.
Okay. Take your effect and add it to your damage. So the stun gloves have a 1d plus 2 plus your effect. Because it's unarmed.
And that was plus.
Sorry, what did you roll for your original?
Sorry, it was 13, so that gives me a 5, which is 5 plus the 2, which is a 7, plus another 2, which is a 9.
That's pretty damn good. And because of the knockout rules being if they lose their endurance all in one hit, you did just cold cock this guy into unconsciousness. So
Yeah.
you literally step up, put a right hook. This guy reels back. You put a right hook up, hit him right in the side of the head, and he goes down for the count.
Who's your daddy?
That's
You
what
learned
you
a
were
lot in
supposed
that
to say
strip club.
earlier.
Yeah, this isn't the time for that comment.
Oh, oops! I'm still learning, guys. Sorry.
Oh, wait, I forgot. He's got protection. Damn it. Hold on, you didn't actually knock... Nope. Nope, you don't actually knock him out. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got you all excited for it to
I
be
was
really
so
cool.
feeling so on top of the
I
world.
completely
you know?
forgot. Well, the way that they do armor on this thing is dumb. So what was your total number again? You said it was 13?
So yeah, 13, which gave me 5. 5 plus the 2 is 7, plus an additional 2 is 9.
Oh, you did not do very good at all then. Okay, so you swing and you hit him and kind of like does that whole shifting his neck thing, and you can hear some popping, and then he like flexes a little bit and steps towards you.
dang it, Arnold.
Yeah, baddie numero uno is going to be him because he's already here and in front of me, so I can see him. And he's going to swing at you with a lead pipe. One, 9. Not a good lead pipe. It's 2d6 minus 3. So because he's come at you, oh, you don't have a melee weapon. You have unarmed. Damn, that's an interesting combo. Okay, but minus 3 means he does 1 point of damage. Pretty sure your armor is going to soak that.
Yeah, so I've got a plus 5 on my jacket, so...
Yeah. So this is going to be fun. You two basically just ineffectively attacked each other.
We're just shadow boxing.
And that brings us to the other two baddies. We're going to go with Knife Guy next to Hylar, who's going to attempt to stabby stab Hylar. Hylar may attempt to parry or may dodge. Okay, give me your dexterity.
It's a +1.
He misses. And this guy is going to move around and try to hit the Bwop over the head with a bar. The steel pipe. Oh, but he snake eyes. So that doesn't happen. I'm going to say Hylar jukes out of the way in his dodge and like accidentally shoulder checks this guy into the wall. And that's going to shift your positions like that.
Roger.
And that makes it Marcus's turn.
So I'm going to, now that I have a clear line at this guy with the knife, is he still like engaging Halyar?
He's trying to.
And this guy in the back's just doing this guy in the back thing so far.
Yeah, he has not had a
Well,
chance to go yet.
I'm gonna charge straight into him, horns down, and just plow into him
Do it.
and try to get him to like. We're on an aerial walkway, right?
Yes,
Oh, no.
but it is enclosed
Okay.
because heating
gonna-
and cooling is important.
I want to get him to like just basically run into him and smash him into a wall.
Okay, that's a potted plant back there, but you know, I'm sure it'll break
Right.
nicely.
Yeah. Still want to smash him into.
Yeah. I just want to point out how good it was going to did it. That.
So that's gonna give me a 12.
Okay. Roll that into your damage.
Not gonna do a lot of damage, but we're gonna push him. Yay! 6.
I mean, 6 for a melee charge like that is a pretty decent amount of damage. So you're going after the one next to Hylar? Oh, you're going after the guy who hasn't gone yet. Okay. So you roll him back into here. Take 6 damage. Okay. Okay. And that brings us to last baddie.
I don't get a shot.
Oh, sorry. No, you do get a shot. And you get to go first because you're a player and he's an NPC.
I got a stun stick, and I got a guy that got surprised and is against a wall. I'm going to see if I can put a stun stick in his ribs.
Okay. Roll that melee check.
Yes.
That's a 2. I do not.
Yes, but it's not a natural 2, and that's the important thing. Although it is still a critical fail. So you are going to lose grip of that weapon, and it's going to go skidding across the floor.
Whoops.
All right. Guy over here is going to attempt to stab, and I'm going to say attempt because I'm not sure he can actually get through his armor with the weapon he has. Ronan, how much armor do you have?
5.
Oh, he does 1 point of damage. I also need you to make an endurance check. With any bonuses you get for endurance checks. Oh, nope. Scratch that. You do not have to make an endurance check. Capper snaps are immune to almost all forms of poison, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I get +4 to all poison checks.
Okay, it burns. Those blades are poisoned. But you don't get poisoned.
But you said 1 damage, right?
Well, 1 damage, yes. Okay. And that brings us back to the top of the round. Hylar, you have a bad guy at each side.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of wedged in. I'm going to lash out at the guy that I originally tried to hit with the sword. I'm going to try to keep going at him with the sword.
Okay, roll your melee blade check.
I've been training. Oh, there you go. For a 10. 8 plus 2.
Roll your damage. Which on the sword is going to be a shit ton.
Yeah, it's 3D, and then I get a +2 to that. So, total, 15 plus 2. 17 total.
Let me just check my math real quick. $17 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not completely dead. But he's not coming back today. How does it go down? Also, he's in a position where you could coup de grace him.
But he's gonna end up on the floor. So I drag the blade across his chest, which kind of fillets him open. And Hylar actually is wide-eyed and scared as he does this because it's the first person he's ever like cut open like this. So he probably gets a really sick feeling to his stomach. But yeah, I'm gonna drop him.
But cutting that other guy's throat open with your dew claw was just fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Anyway,
Second guy I've cut open.
You cleave this guy almost in half. He hits the ground and screams for only a second before passing out. He's probably gonna bleed out, or he can get coup de grace. But either way, he's out of the fight.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I should intimidate the other guy. You need to go save your friend. Or both of you are gonna die.
All right, that was impressive. Tubbs, you think you can top it?
All right, well, we'll see. I am actually going to sidestep this guy a little bit, so I'm going to kind of sweep off to the right, and I'm just going to jab him right in the side of the cheek with the stun fist.
Just so you know, there are 2 potential ways you can make this attack. You may grapple, meaning wrestle or things like Muay Thai, if you're familiar with it, or you can strike using the unarmed, like the melee unarmed skill. Actually, both of them use the unarmed melee skill, but there are different rule sets for them. There are many advantages to the grapple system, but it is way more complicated, and it's an opposed check. But if you take the simpler option, you can do far less damage, and that's the option to just punch, basically. It's up to you.
Let's do the grapple. I am. That'll be good for me to learn that process. So let's do the grapple on this guy. Okay, rolled a 7. I'm assuming dexterity is still into this, so it's a 9.
Strength or dexterity.
Dex is
Dex is my best.
looking at
It's on page 78.
page 74. It's there. There it is. Oh, now you want to interpret what's there, Adobe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. On our tech, he's using strength or dex DM. The winner check may choose to this. Okay, I'm going to roll his. He rolled a 7, and he has no skill in this. So that makes it a -3. Nope, he has melee blade, so he'll have a 0. So it's just a 7. And you rolled a what?
9.
9. All right, so that gives you an effect of 2. And you can choose from, so that like you said, on page 78 of the core rulebook, there's just a list of things you can do. But for the short term, just tell me narratively what you want to do, and I'll see if I can pick the best thing that fits.
Okay, so if we're doing a grapple with this guy, I'm again sidestepping, and I'm actually going for his neck. I'm actually going to try and put him into a chokehold and choke him out.
Okay. You may inflict damage using a pistol or a small blade weapon. I'm going to also you can use your stun gun things, your stun gloves, because you're grabbing them by the neck. You're going to put them in a chokehold. So there's 2 things you can do. You can inflict damage with a +2, 2 plus the effect of what your melee check was. So that would be 3 damage that ignores armor and goes straight into his health. Or you can just roll a damage check for your gloves while you're putting them in this lock. The choice is yours. Like I said, it's much more complicated than the other.
Gotcha. Yeah, try to fall. So I have a 9. So my effect is
You would do 3 damage to him because it's your effect is 1 and it's +2, so you would get 3, but it goes straight to his health pool. It bypasses his armor because you're grappling. Or you could roll your glove stun check and try to get damage that way using your gloves.
I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and do the gloves.
Okay.
Which is the effect, right? You said
No. You still add your effect to the check, but the one where you just do 3 is the one that I specified. Your effect of your melee roll +2 is the amount of damage you do, and it bypasses armor. Your stun glove check is just whatever your normal damage roll would be, so you'll still get your point of effect. Does not bypass armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's see, best worst. Given that number, let's bypass armor. Last decision.
Okay, so you do 3 just to his hit pool. Okay. So you've got him in chokehold. You're tightening the grip. He's struggling, and you can hear him like he's breathing heavily. He's trying to stop you from choking him out. And it's going to be his turn next because he is in the most distress. He passes out. He rolls snake eyes. He slips, and it actually forces him deeper into the chokehold. And actually, I'm going to roll a luck roll for him. That is a 7. That is not good enough. He slips. He falls. You were meaning to choke him out. You feel a popping sensation in your arm, and his neck has now snapped.
Ouch.
You didn't technically kill him. You were just trying to choke him out.
Right.
He slipped. And that's your story, and you're sticking to it. Baddie
That's
number
right.
2.
It was, yep.
Baddie number 2 is going to be the dead guy on the ground, or the dying guy on the ground. And baddie number 3 is going to be the guy who's trying to hit Braylix. And he just succeeds. Roll damage.
Can I dive for cover?
You may dive for cover if you would like. You may also dodge if you'd like, if you have a positive dex score.
I don't. I can dive for cover.
Okay. You may dive for cover. Does your armor do more than 4?
It does not.
Oh, okay. That's a wise choice then. So you dive away as his, pipe that was aimed for your head completely misses. And that makes it Marcus's turn. Marcus, you have a guy with a poison knife that is just poking the shit out of your back.
I'm gonna smack him with a pipe wrench.
Okay. Melee bludgeon.
7.
7 doesn't quite cut it.
Nope.
So he's too grappled with you for you completely disconnect. And he's going to attempt... I don't know that he actually can do too much to you because he can't poison you. Also, he didn't roll... Oh, no, that's a pass just barely like the last time. All right, well, we'll go ahead and roll the damage. Maybe he'll get somehow, super lucky. No. He breaks his knife off on your armor. He now has no weapon.
Sweet.
They are either really good or they're snake eyes. That's just all they're doing tonight. Okay. And I believe that makes it Braylax's turn.
I dive for cover.
Oh, you do it for cover. That's right. I was like, somebody hadn't gone. Oh, no, that's right. And then we did the last baddie. So now everyone's gone and it's Hylar's turn. 2 dead guys. You and Tubbs. Guy over here. You can turn around from your carnage and you will see Braylax on the floor and guy with a big pipe standing over.
Enraged, I will come around and try to hit this guy with my sword then. I'm not thinking clearly, or I would hit him with the stun baton. Oh, I should not have rolled all 3 of those dice. That doesn't count. I still got a 9.
That is a hit. Please roll your damage.
Now I'll roll 3 dice for a total of 10 damage.
Okay. 10 is not enough to put him down. Let's see. That is... Okay. You do slice him a little bit, not nearly as deep as the other guy. But, you rip a peck open, and he's pretty upset about it. He put a lot of roids into that. And then we're going to go with Tubbs. It's you again. You just accidentally, on purpose, killed a guy.
Oh, no, I didn't. He's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
So I am actually going to go over to the closest guy that I can to assist. I think this guy right here is the closest, right?
Yep. That guy that Hylar is trying to turn into sushi is the closest guy to you, but really they're sort of equidistant. On the other side, you've got Marcus, who's got his horns buried in that guy's gut, and that guy is he's lifted off the ground, broken in the middle of a broken potted plant. He's trying desperately to stab Marcus in the back with this. It's like a switchblade. And he stabs it into Marcus one time and he shakes and the blade just snaps in half. And now he's looking at a handle with no blade.
Ouch. All right, so that guy's pretty much gone then, pretty much.
He hasn't taken any damage. Well, he's taken a little.
Well, he's got his horns in his gut.
They're not like piercing. Look at how they're facing. Yeah, he's been
Okay.
bashed in his gut. He's taken almost no damage.
Bashed.
Bashed.
Oh no. All right, so we're still in melee range. I'm still guessing here, right?
You're gonna have to run up to one of them, but yeah, you are very close.
What I would like to do is yell over to one of them and actually tell them to duck, dive, dip, and get out of the way, and I want to hit the guy with some pepper spray.
So what you'd have to do to make that work, if you was Hylar, is you'd have to hold action until the next turn. If it's Marcus, you have to wait for both of the baddies and Marcus to go. Or sorry, you have to wait for both the baddies to go, and then Marcus can move out of the way on his turn. Because look at where you are in the turn order. Like, for Hylar to act before you shoot, you'd have to hold until the next round.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. So let's. What I wouldn't give for a distance weapon. Okay.
You got one. It's
What we're
called
gonna do?
pepper
Well, yeah, but then I'm gonna end up taking out Hylar over here too.
spray. Yeah, that's true. You have a distance weapon.
Definitely not interested in doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna take a nice swift jog and slide into this guy with my stun fist.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and catch him in the gut, trying to catch him where biggest part of him where it's easiest to get.
I guess you're gonna charge him.
Yep.
Right. Roll. That's just gonna be a regular melee attack.
Yeah, I just didn't know the distance on that, so.
Oh,
Boxcar.
you're gonna do something.
with on top of that with dexterity is going to be 14.
That is a critical success. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So we have a. Let's see. It was a
5 plus 6 is 11 plus 2 for the gloves, right? That's 13.
Yep, 13.
Okay. It's a critical. So I'll give you an option. You're using stun gloves. Would you like to render this person unconscious?
Absolutely. I do not want to kill another guy. I mean, make him go to sleep.
Okay.
I'll make him go to sleep.
You
Yes.
slide tackle into this guy. You just reach out with your gloves and activate him on full charge. And because you said you wanted to grab his stomach, I imagine that he's had like hours of those little ab crunching like electrode things. But that's nothing compared to what happens to him. Strange side effects of having your torso tased, by the way, is he shits himself. But he has also rendered unconscious and collapses into a pile. And that means he cannot go on his turn. The only person who can go is the guy that Marcus is currently entangled in. He is going to attempt to disengage from you, Marcus, so I need a grapple check from you. You rolled a 6.
Nine.
He's going nowhere. Incidentally, it's your turn.
Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna smack him with a pipe wrench.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my character sheet too.
Saw that.
And I got a 7 again. We're just like wrestling around over here, having a good old time.
R. Relax. You get this turn.
I stand up. Watch slide tackle happen. Gotta go pick up my weapon.
That's 2 move actions.
That's minor action. I still have to make a major action.
Can't make 2 minor actions and a major action.
Excellent. I am running over to help my friend. I got a weapon now.
Okay. Put the weapon back on your sheet for me. Okay. Hylar, top of the round. The guy that you were about to satisfactory kill in your little rage mantra mode is now crumpled up into an unconscious ball in front of you. And Tubbs is tickling him with his gloves.
Pull out the handcuffs. And I'm going to tell Tubbs, well, I'm going to just pick this guy up and handcuff him.
That's just such a good tactical thing. That's just so good. It's good. Yes. You secure him so that when he wakes up, he doesn't just try to beat the shit out of you again.
Yeah.
I will make that take your entire turn, though.
That's fair. I've tried to use handcuffs before, and as an 18-year-old, it takes a while.
I was going to say they're not that hard to use after years of practice, but at 18, you're right. No, they would not be. That would not work. Tubbs, it's you.
So we are all going after this guy. Oh, I mean, I can assist you with the handcuffs. I mean, if you're struggling.
It'll just take me a turn. You can do whatever you want.
All right. So we're gonna head off to the other baddie and head that direction and see if I can assist and help down here.
Okay. Minor action to move over here. It's very crowded in this corner now. Which side do you want to be on?
Oh, we're gonna take the left, right over here.
Okay.
And we're gonna do another punch to the gut.
Okay. Don't critical fail.
Oh, now you're trying to drinks me now. And we have a 6 plus a 2, which is 8.
All right, roll your damage.
And we have a 4.
That's not going to get through. So you're going to hit him, but it's not going to make it through his armor. All right. And after Tubbs, Batty gets his one attempt to disengage. Only one person gets to grapple with him. It probably should be Marcus.
Standing by.
He rolled a 10.
Oh, good times. I rolled a 10.
Oh, right. I'm going to give it to you that he's still stuck engaged with you. He can't do anything with that. And now it's going to be Marcus and Braylax.
Totally gonna continue. I'm gonna grapple with him and try to handcuff him.
Okay. I will accept that. That is a good, smart thing to do.
10.
You've rolled a 6. That gives you an effective 4. I'm going to rule that because of all these other things you can do on just a successful check that you can just handcuff him.
Yep, doing it.
Okay, you've got one alive, conscious, and uncooperative prisoner, and one unconscious and secured prisoner. Combat has ended, and so has our session. We will pick things up with the what do you do now that you have these two unconscious people and have been attacked here.
This man has shit himself.
This man has shit himself.
It was a good session, guys. Thank you very much.
It was.
I think you guys were
You're here.
very creative in some of your approaches. You did not do this exactly the way I thought, but honestly, I was really impressed at the level of thought that went into how we can do this the smart way. And the fact that those plans actually came together. Because, usually it's one or the other, not both.
Sure. I think I'm going to give Tubbs this crossbow thing. He needs a ranged weapon, I think.
Well, you guys might be able to
I got the
sort
pepper
out.
spray.
You guys might be able to sort out range weapons at some point.
You're going to hit me with that pepper spray. I'll be so mad.
No, as I'm saying, I didn't want to do it. I'm like, oh man, make him just do the dive, dip, dodge or whatever, and get out of the way. But
Yeah, I'm in kill mode, though.
You've got heightened senses too.
yeah,
Oh,
get
yeah,
that
it would
claw.
burn so bad.
he pepper sprays me and it gets inside my like.
Oh, that's actually what I was thinking when the pepper spray came out. I was like, if that mixes in, it would be so hard to get out of your suit. But also, so water activates it. So you'd have that problem, but also Hylar, because I imagine they bathe themselves like all the other cats.
Yep.
Would get it on his tongue and reactivate it simultaneously every time he tried to bathe him.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It'd be brutal.
Can you imagine?
It would suck so bad. Be like being a kid and eating wasabi for the first time.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, you couldn't get it off your tongue. Where's the hot chip challenge?
All right, guys, on stream. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to end the stream there, and we'll see you next time.